Hey everyone, thanks for joining us for PIK Presents Live from the Knitting Wars. I'm Deplorable Knitter. We are joined by Ann Pankova, Neil from Black Magazine, Amy of Two Sisters and Some Yarn or Pro Life Knitter, and Michelle from Knotty Knit Wits. Hi everybody.
Hello. I thought you said prolapsed knitter then. I was gonna say, what?
Well, I don't know these things about her, so I don't know, man. But Michelle's new. You guys have seen the other ones, but Michelle, this is her first time on, so thanks for joining us.
Michelle's knitting royalty, isn't she, really?
Oh, please.
I didn't know
We're
you
not
were
going
that
to do
high.
that.
So, what's everybody up to today?
Look, my black arrived for the last
Puritanical
however
knitting
many
challenge?
days.
You've got yeah. What? You got 9 days left or something.
I can do it.
What is it?
These are pretty though. They do have a very like Notre Dame, like stained glass window kind of a feel to them.
They're just the granny squares, but alternating.
Oh, cool.
But not. It's the box stitch, So like.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So in theory, I'll just sew them all together, but I've got like a lot more to go, and the black yarn just showed up. So.
Is that the same stitch you did that cardigan in or sweater in?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what made me want to do it. So.
Cool.
Which I'm not
cool.
finished with.
So that's what you're working on, and I see you knitting. What have you got in your hands?
I am working on the whatever the heck it's called, the Stephen West shawl again for the end of the puritanical knitting fun run, because it is 9 days left and I should finish my own shawl for my own challenge.
Can I just say something? Okay, mingling. It's beautiful. I knit a black hat and I totally forgot to take a picture of it before I gave it away, and so it looks like I haven't done anything for the challenge, but I did it. It was a birthday gift. I gave it to the guy.
I also
take a photograph of yourself
and gave it away.
And just colour it in black.
Just draw a black hat on my head.
It's like take a little Sharpie, give yourself a mustache while you're at it, and then like, no, see, this is me.
A monocle.
In my hat with my mustache and monocle. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Oh man. Uh-oh. Did she freeze or just me?
Who?
I think it was just Amy.
Oh.
Amy froze.
I froze. We all froze.
Amy, would you knock it off?
Sorry.
So hey, Anne, there's a question for you. How was the thing?
It was amazing.
Anne got to geek out over last week. In case anybody missed it, she went to the Nerdrotic. Was it Geeks and Gamers? What was it?
No, it was Nerdrotic proper. Okay. I got a hoodie. See, woo.
Oh.
Very.
Hoodie.
But yeah, I went to the Nerdrotic meetup. Oh, my apologies for loud vehicle noises. No, the meetup was really, really great. Saw Morgan, who I believe will be joining the stream later. She was there. I went with my brother. We had a great time. We saw Gary, which was exciting, but it was almost cooler to meet Mrs. Nerdrotic. She was also there, like selling t-shirts and stuff. So she was super cool. And then X-Ray Girl was there. She liked her hats. And Lady Gravemaster, who is a mod for Gary, she was a lot of fun. Saw Horror Armorata and her boyfriend Sheepsidian. They were there too.
Doing horror. Like, I'm a bit jealous. Like, I don't know these other people that you're talking about, but Morgan, Horror Armorata, like that's what I'm jealous about. Come on.
And then afterwards we forgot to take a selfie. And like, dang it.
What the what?
I know, missed her. But yeah, that was it was very cool. I had a good time. Cool. It was good to meet everyone. Max had a good time. He got his video game of Spider-Man 2 signed by Gary, saying that Miles Morales is Miles Morales, because that's what he's always gets in trouble for on Twitter.
Michelle's thinking, I thought this was a knitting podcast, aren't you, Michelle?
I have no idea what nerdrotic is. I don't know if I want to know. I'm not sure if it's something I want to be able to plead ignorance to.
Michelle, we just nod and smile when Anne talks about this stuff.
It's like a video game comic kind of thing, and Anne and Neil are into it, so it's I know about it because of them.
And
so
in connection, when I mentioned I was from the crazy dissident knitting side of things. No, and Gary and Carrie Smith are good friends. So he's like, yeah, Carrie. Like,
who's Gary? Is he the guy that you're always dogging? Neil?
No,
no.
I did think it was him at first.
There's a good Gary and a bad Gary.
This Gary is the nerdrotic guy, and he's the video game comic geek guy.
And for the Brits who might be in the audience, because I know there's one or two, Michelle didn't mean dogging like we mean dogging.
Oh no, what does that mean?
I assume that it's filthy, so we'll just move along.
Yes, it's very filthy.
Wow.
So I'm glad you had a good time. That's nice.
No, it was awesome. And then the day after, on our drive back, we met up with a couple friends of ours and Miss Katie Room, who does the indie book reviews, and her husband. So that was
I saw that too, and I'm like, what, man? And here, Michelle, this is for you. Nerdrotics are the politically incorrect gamers. So they're kind of like us, except on the gaming side. So there you go.
And they talk about knitting when they do theirs.
I don't know if they do.
But
I don't have my chart with me, and I'm not sure I'm doing this right.
Mm-hmm.
It's a problem.
Yeah, there is a video of Carrie explaining the knitting wars on Friday Night Tights about everything that happened, like with Maria Tuscan and everything down the line. It is pretty funny. Like the panel is rolling. So they talked about knitting on the gaming thing one time at least.
Cool. So apparently, Michelle, you're royalty, but can you tell our people watching who you are in case they have missed out?
As if anybody doesn't know who Michelle is.
I am not going to claim any kind of title. Sorry, this one wants to come up for a sec.
Oh.
I'm Michelle. I have a podcast with my friend Leslie that we've done for the last 10 years called the Knotty Knit Wits, but we're kind of on a hiatus. So
we're going to say have, because some of us refuse to accept that there's had.
I am kind of doing one on my own called Knitwood in the Sticks that I had started once I moved out here to the Never lands that I live in now. But
so is that why it's on hiatus, because you moved?
No, I moved 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh,
Leslie's working all the time now. Some life changes have happened, so she's working pretty much all the time, and if I still lived 5 minutes away, it would make it a lot easier, but now we're an hour away, and it just doesn't really it's just not really working out right now. But
how's the husband after? Because he had didn't he have open heart surgery or something? He had something pretty drastic, didn't he?
He did.
Is he okay now, or are you not allowed to say?
Probably just not even going to go there.
Oh, right, okay.
But physically, he's fine. As far as that surgery went, he's totally fine. He's recovered,
right.
And so there's no issue with that.
Okay, that's good.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Denise and I are only like 10 minutes apart, and it's still an act of Congress to get us to record. So.
That is true.
So are you missing doing the shows, Michelle, or are you enjoying the break?
I enjoy the sharing of the stuff, and that's why I've kind of thought, I'll just do it on my own, because I still have the stuff I want to share and, kind of feel like I have these connections with people that I don't want to just abandon. I miss that aspect of it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've joked with Amy before that you, Michelle, and Denise should get together. There was this also a nerd show, but it was called Bragging Rights, where they'd have 3 rounds and everyone would bring it. They were all like nerdy collectible stuff. So it'd be like action figures or video games. But it'd be like, I got a vintage whatever, and it's still in the plastic. And everyone would go, whoa, that's incredible. And the chat would live vote on who has the best stuff. And between you and Denise, you could just be like, oh, yeah, well, I have, the Christmas socks set from whatever. And that would be like, that's pretty good. And Denise would be like, and I have a matching bag too. Like, oh, she wins this round. You always have the best stuff to show off.
Because she must match.
I don't like that many project bags. I find that things get lost in them. Like if I have too many, then I'm just like, wait, what's in here? Oh, I was making this like a year ago. What happened? Can't do it.
But that happens to me every time I open a project bag.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding either. It's kind of sad. I can reach down from where I'm at right now, pull up a project bag, open it, and be shocked at what's inside.
Yep.
In fact,
Cool.
I'm kind of figuring out. I kind of came to the realization that I need to get rid of a lot of yarn because I am not I'm not a sweater knitter, because they're really fun to start, they're fun to finish, and there's a whole lot of time in between that's not fun. And but what I really realized, like I could probably power through it if that were the only issue, but I've come to realize I don't like the way knitted things feel on my body. Like I'm always, if I wear it, I can't wait to get it off. It like itches, even if it's nice yarn, it really bothers me. So I think I'm going to be getting rid of some yarn because I have way too much yarn for socks, hats.
Yeah.
What else am I going to knit? I don't know. A blanket. I've got like 8 blankets going, so there's that. So,
Oh yeah, you love your blankets, don't you?
I'm all about the blankets.
I love blankets.
Yeah, it's your and Leslie's fault that I do the half and halves now. So
I should show you guys this blanket. I'm really this is a pet peeve I have of Etsy shops. So my daughter, who's in the Marines stationed in Maryland, she and her boyfriend are coming home for Christmas. He's from Finland, and he loves maps. So I was like, what am I going to get this guy for Christmas? So I went on Etsy and I searched all this stuff and I found this blanket that's a map of Finland in a blanket, right? And I thought, oh, that's awesome. It's perfect. Well, it came today and I was really excited. It's not bad. It's like, it's okay. But there's a tag on it, made in China. So I paid Etsy prices.
Right.
For a China blanket.
Yeah, no. I'd be pissed.
I'm pretty unhappy.
Was that like Chinland?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't expect it to be from Finland, but the way the gal marketed her shop, it was a made in the USA,
right,
kind of thing. And then you get this thing that has this big made in China. And, if you want to buy from China, that's fine, but you should be paying $10 for it, not what I paid.
So is it not? So it's not like I know that like the T-shirts and the screen prints and stuff. The shirts they get from wherever, and then they print the shirt on. So it's not like that, right?
I really don't know.
Because I can't see how you do that on a blanket.
See how it's let's see, where's the camera? Like it's sewn through the fabric. It's just made in China.
Yeah, that's not like she printed the fabric on spoon flour or whatever and sewed it together. And
I don't think that if you printed fabric like that it would come with a tag sewn into it. Made in China.
So that's not cool.
It's just not. That's just not okay. If you're gonna sell your stuff as though you've handcrafted it in your home country that's not China, it shouldn't come with a made in China tag. Unless that's the new joke. You buy yourself some made in China tags to put on your hand knits. That would be kind of funny, actually.
No. Elle says you should send it back for a refund.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. Like, because of the point of it, I'd almost be tempted to do that. But I mean, it's like, what am I going to get this guy for Christmas? You know? He likes maps. He's from Finland. I got to give him something. So,
Yeah.
the Chinese
Kids would have a
blanket.
third option here.
No,
I'd-
what?
I'd still leave a review, you know.
Mhm.
Oh, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that happened with something else not that long ago. Different shop. I bought this thing to keep my crochet hooks in. And I mean, that thing at least wasn't very expensive. And I kind of thought, there's no way that she's made this handmade for this price. So that's kind of on me, but I still just feel like, why are you trying to deceive people? You know, I could go to Temu and buy the stuff and download myself, but
Right.
so
What's that other one? Is it Wish? Is it Wish,
Yeah.
the Chinese one? Yeah. Where everything's like
Oh, I
3
think
pence.
Temu is too, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just became aware of Temu not that long ago and was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right, but when you go to Etsy, it should be, you know, unless it's vintage or supplies or whatever, it's supposed to be handmade.
Right.
Now
right.
they changed that a while
But
back,
if she's
though.
listing it as handmade, that's, you know,
Yeah.
Well, that's different. I don't
that's
know.
baloney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was saying if you check the listing, it says handcrafted by the seller. I'd go through Etsy for a refund. I mean, it's not a bad idea.
I am definitely going to be looking at it because I was very
Oh,
surprised.
I've had
Yeah.
an idea for you. You see you can just about see it here. That is a map of Manchester, my city, and Salford, where I live. And it's a lady in Canada who gets maps and she colours them in. So if you find what's the capital of Finland? I can't think what it is.
I don't know.
It's not Oslo, is it? Is that Sweden?
And?
Something like that, isn't it? You could get a map of that done.
Let me
in
pull
whatever
out the
colours you like.
blanket and look.
It's a knitting show and educational.
It's probably
Well,
inaccurate,
seeing as
too.
there's 5 of us and none of us know the capital, let's find out.
Yeah.
I should
haven't
know,
gotten
really,
That's a good
shouldn't I?
guess, though. I like that guess.
I bet it's a hard to pronounce word.
Oslo's Norway, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helsinki. I'm going to pretend I knew it.
Oh, Helsinki.
Yeah.
That's
Ah,
what
there
this
we
person
go.
said.
There we
Oh,
go.
and so did Adam. Oh, a whole bunch of people said it. It was just us.
Oh.
that
We
didn't
weren't
know.
reading the chat.
Well,
we were
thank you,
just there like,
commenters.
I don't think anyone could possibly know the capital of Finland. And chat's like, no, we all know the capital of Finland. What's with you
It's
people?
just
And
us
what's wrong
5,
with
isn't
you
it?
guys?
That's stupid.
The other thing you could get him is some rotten fish and stick it in some urine and put it in a jar and tell him it's urine fermented shark or whatever it is that they eat over there. And I'm sure
That's
he'll love it.
disgusting.
I think that's
You're-
just what I'm going to do.
You're fermented.
I mean,
That's
I'm sure from his girlfriend's mother, he would love to get some rotten fish.
soaked in urine.
Yeah, see, Adam knows. Adam knows what it's called.
That's
Oh,
not what.
geez, for real?
That's not gefilte fish.
That's what
I
I was
don't
thinking.
know.
Go on, what's
I don't know, man.
gefilte fish then? What's
Oh,
that?
here, and then Tree says
Ah.
this one. I don't know what that is either.
No, lutefisk and gefilte fish are different things entirely. Okay, this is gefilte
say
fish
so.
is a Jewish thing. I think it's like meatballs and brine, but it's fish. That's probably wrong. But
Sounds
lutefisk
horrible, doesn't it?
is
Yeah,
I
it's
don't want
wrong
any
on
of
several
this.
levels.
right.
Yeah.
Lutefisk is rotting fish, but there's no soaked in urine. That's disgusting. They might do a little vinegar on that, but yeah.
Elle's come up with one. Surstrumming. Is that what it is? I don't know what that means.
Not familiar with that.
No
word.
idea. Okay, let's get off of the
Stinky
Finland
food.
talk because none of us know what we're talking about. So what else is
know
going
anything
on?
about Finland or fish. So because
Oh,
my
Well,
apologies
you know-
to any Finnish viewers we may have. I'm sure we don't now, but
Okay, someone
Something's
taught urine
wrong.
soaked fish. I bring it.
You never know where this podcast is going. I mean, I don't know if they warned you properly or not, or they were just like, "Hey, we come talk about knitting."
sometimes we get off on
5
tangents.
minutes.
So
Are you insinuating that Neil and I caused the problems?
think I was the one that brought up the drug commercials at one point, so that's on me.
Anyways, Neil, what are you knitting?
Yeah, Neil, are you knitting?
I am. Let me make sure I've got
Are you
it the right
sure?
way around.
I have yarn vomit.
Yeah,
That's what
just to prove I can actually knit, because I'm sure there are some people that don't. I'm knitting the Stephen West something mild garter cardigan, something or other. So I'm using, that's the proper name for it. I'm using the yarn that I bought by mistake from Anna Knitter. So I didn't want this yarn, and I wanted this really nice grey and black and sort of beigey coloured one. Got this by mistake, and as I was looking at it over the week, I thought, oh, I'm going to just have it and knit it. So, but what I didn't know is I've ordered way too much, because it's sport weight, and it's 150 gram balls, so there's 420 meters, and I ordered 10 of them. So I've got enough for 2 sweaters, I think.
Everybody you know is going to get something made out of that yarn. Is what's going to happen.
Expect some competitions with this yarn as the prizes. At least 5 competitions.
What Nazi insignia is on that pattern?
Well, can you not see it?
I didn't. I couldn't quite.
If you look
It's
really
covered
close,
in them.
you can see them all over it.
I'm looking like something's really there. Like,
Oh, really?
oh, geez, it's been a long week already. Can I just tell you?
Did you see that the thing that I posted with the lightning bolts? Yes, is that what
Yes, what brought it up.
Yes.
I was going to actually draw a swastika on the blanket. I thought, no, that's going a bit too far.
Yeah, let's not be.
Oh.
So are you knitting, Michelle? Or are you just chilling with us?
I pulled out my Mayberry sweater.
Was that a surprise when you opened the bag? Or you knew that?
I knew this one was in there. I
Was
do
that brioche?
sitting here that I'm not sure what's in it. So if you guys want to see
That could be a fun
So-
segment. What's in Michelle's bag?
The lady who just said she's not knitting any more sweaters is knitting a sweater.
Well,
Is
I
that what-
have another sweater that I just have to finish the sleeves and then do the button band, and it's done. And it's another Stephen West thing, and it's languished for over a year. I just
Oh, is it the bubble cardigan?
yes.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty.
I really like that.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy
I don't
knitting that,
follow
or
him.
did it?
When I started it, this is another Stephen West, and I was just wondering where this was. So I'm kind of happy that I picked up this.
Oh, is that the building blocks? Is it? Is it
Yes,
building
and
blocks?
I thank you, because I was thinking about this blanket. I was thinking it's a Stephen West blanket. I don't know where it's at, and I don't remember what it's called. So I sat here, I found the blanket, and you told me what it's called. So that's awesome.
Mission
Yeah.
accomplished.
We watch your
Yeah,
show more closely than you do, obviously.
Yeah.
We're like,
Well,
hey, I know that project.
I'm just
Exactly.
watching this going, and Neil knows the name of every Stephen West, and I wouldn't know a Stephen West pattern if I fell on it. And Neil's like, oh, well, that's this one, and this is that one. And I'm like,
Well, you can know the makeup names that we make up for him. So
I don't even think I know those. So.
You just say station at the end of everything. So it's the building block station
Okay. But
and
if
the
you saw
Guatemala
someone
station.
walking by in a Stephen West shawl, you'd know it. It'd just be like, bleh. Just a vomit of color.
Well-
And you'd be like, that's a Stephen West. It's hand knitted.
I would
It's
have
crazy.
I would have to be somewhere where people wear knitted things. Where I live, I'm the only person that's got like a hand knit anything on.
Oh.
Ever. I don't know what it is. Oh, or my mother, but I know what hers are too, so it doesn't count.
That's true. But yeah, the Mayberry sweater is very pretty though, Michelle.
It
sorry,
is.
I'm digging
And
in my
I'm
bag.
not against the pattern. It's a great pattern, and other people that have knit it, I think, great. They've done a great job. It's just, I was gung ho when I started. I was on fire. Like, I'm gonna finish this sweater. I'm gonna be wearing it by the time it gets cold enough to wear a sweater, and I'm not.
Who's the designer of that one? Because I don't think I've heard of that one before.
Amy Loudon, or however you say her name. She's over there with you. She's one of you people.
What do you mean, you people?
Don't you know her?
Wow. Don't say that to other people. You'll get in trouble.
If she were to say dogging someone, she would know what she was saying.
Right. So it's a sweater to go dogging in. Is that what you're saying?
I'm a little afraid to ask what dogging.
I don't want to know.
Don't
We're
ask
good.
him.
No.
Yeah, don't ask me because I will tell you. Then you'll be
No.
Tell me later. Tell me later.
All you need to know is it doesn't involve dogs.
Okay, good.
Does it? No, I'm not going to go there.
Would you get in trouble if you did it in a public place?
Yes.
You do it in a public place. That's the whole point.
Oh.
Would it involve doggy style?
It could. It could. Wouldn't. Doesn't have to, but it could.
Okay.
Oh my God. You know, my mother-in-law watches this.
Hey, you invited us.
Yeah. Next time
You know,
somebody takes the dog out for a walk, say, "You going dogging?"
My mother also watches it, but I'm not worried about her.
She can handle it.
Oh,
Yeah.
by the way,
She
I
raised
don't know. Amy, I don't know if you saw last night's knit night at all,
Not
but
yet.
Joe would like to know what's the name of Denise's cardigan, the one with the wonky sleeve, because she is determined to knit that entire thing the correct way to say, Denise, why don't you pull the sleeve out and have normal sleeves like a normal person?
Oh,
Actually,
I
just
do
do the
not-
other sleeve longer so that then they could balance.
No, but
out.
it's got like a goiter. It's a whole thing. You don't remember what it looks like?
And she's
It's
like,
bad.
oh, I'll just wear it in the house. And it's like, just
It's
pull
like
out the
literally-
sleeve, Denise.
Like it goes like that, right there, just in that spot. So it looks like she has a big goiter on her arm. I don't remember what it's called, but she did say it in the video, and I'll find out.
Well, that's nice.
Like, as much as she rips out and starts over things, she couldn't just rip back, that much of the sleeve.
Sorry, Hello Angel says that I've been married long enough that my mother
Yeah.
should know what to expect. Yeah, but we try to keep it calm. Oh, I hit that again. Sorry. You know. But hey, want to see what I'm knitting?
Sure.
Because I have a first birthday party this weekend, so of course I'm super prepared. Look at
Oh,
it's
that's
a
pretty.
free pattern I found. This is some Barocco, and then the contrast color there is Sharks Hug with Their Mouth from Chicken Lady. So
Is there no blood on that one?
there's blood on it. Can you see it? There's little bits of red in it.
Yeah, you kind
Oh,
of
just about. Yeah.
It's I just thought it would be fun to use the two blues because I wanted to do color work. It's a boy.
yeah,
You know. It's pretty, but it's not like obnoxious.
right.
So
It's nice.
that's all.
Well, I've
I
got
know.
a finished object. Do you want to see?
Cool. What is it?
Well, I say it's a finished object. There was going to be another aspect to it, but I've given up because everybody said that my colour choices were horrible. But it's
They were, man. Sorry.
it's
I don't know what it is.
my pretend brioche Tunisian crochet in the round
Okay,
thing.
Neil, hold on. Hold that right up.
Well,
Nice
don't
and
make
proud.
me big.
No, I want to see it. I couldn't see it.
I've probably got it facing the wrong way, have I? Have I got the bad side?
No, you got it right.
I don't
Yeah,
know
so-
what's wrong with it. I don't. How?
Well-
oh, wait. How do I make you go small? Exit solo. Okay, there you go. You can put it down now. Your face isn't giant. Anne loves it when I do that to her randomly in the middle of a live. She'll be like, "Oh, hey, I'm here now."
Oh, hi.
Well, what I was going to do, there was going to be another aspect of it, which was going to have some green. And the greens that I had, everybody said were hideous and did not work with it at all. So
Sorry, man.
this kind of gives a bit of a clue. I don't know if you can see what they are. But so anyway,
these
I've given
make
up
you
on
big again?
that. No.
Like with pinks, I only do like a sage green or maybe a
Well,
foresty green, but
I've
not
decided
blue.
because I really don't want to buy any more yarn because I've been really, really ridiculous this last sort of month or so, and I've bought loads and loads that I don't think I'm ever going to knit. So 2024, I've decided I am not going to buy anything. I'm just going to use what I've got. So Lynn, Chicken Lady, she's going to be furious, but I just can't do it anymore.
Well, so Miss Anna Knitter, that she's been kind of hinting in her Instagram stories what her knit-alongs are going to be for next year. And it seems that she's going to do some sort of a stash down, whatever. I'm like, that is some confidence. She knows her yarns are good and we're going to get it anyways. That she's like, it's okay. We can do a challenge. It'll be great. But yeah, my last box of yarn was from her. She had a sale on Opal, and which same one that Neil availed himself of.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Cinco Farm says she loves the green, and it looks like the Grinch Stole Christmas. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, if we're throwing our opinions out there, I liked the greens that you held up. I don't know what you would have, how you would have.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan was.
Well, shall I tell you, seeing as I'm not going to do it, the cowl originally was going to be called Under the Ivy. And I was going to have crocheted ivy that was going to go all in between it and work its way around, but not over the whole thing, but as if, like you see a bit on a wall, it'll just have like a corner. I was going to have it on one side with loose. It would be loose ivy as well. But I've crocheted a few different versions of the ivy, and they all look a little bit clunky. You know how crochet can be a bit. I don't know what the word is. You know what I mean, don't you? It just looks too big, too thick.
And sometimes you have these fantastic ideas, and then when you try to execute it, it was much better in your head. And so think, I get
that's why nobody's done it before. That'll be it.
I'm going to be original. Oh no.
Exactly.
Well, I finished a hat.
Oh, cool.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, if we're doing that, if we're showing things that we finished,
I'm gonna make you big.
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Whoa. Oh, pretty.
Isn't it cute? I love how these look like polka dots, and then you got the striping.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's a cute hat. Oh no.
Oh, cute.
I love the yarn. It's kind of pepperminty.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Cool.
Can't think of what it's called right now. But it's Chit Chat Knits, her pattern. I could look it up, but
I don't know her.
I'd look it up, but it's on my iPad, and I'm using my iPad right now. So
yeah, that's the reason I'm doing this color work chart from my head, because it's on my phone and I can't find it. I can't look.
No.
I think I've got it right though. So it's close enough.
I've seen what Nick Fuckery's put about a stash down.
I would love to do a 2024 stash down and reward myself by putting aside $100 a month to spend all at once at the end of the year as a thoughtful plan for 2025 knits. That's not a bad idea.
Or you could just buy me yarn at the end of the year.
That's also not a bad idea. I mean,
works for me.
So funny.
Hey,
well, I need to save up, don't I? Because I'm hoping to come over there in 2025.
Yes.
Although that's looking more like 2026. The nearer it gets, the more I'm thinking, another year maybe.
Where would you go?
You don't want to see us?
Of course I do. I want to see everyone, and that's the problem. You all live in such a ridiculously big country. How can I see you all? It's like I'm going to have to break someone's heart. I'm sorry. Well, I think...
but I have the best food.
Yeah, but you don't eat
back
pork.
that up, please. I just want to know what your food is, so I know if I want to come and see you.
Louisiana.
Where are you, Michelle?
What's that?
Where are you?
I'm in the communist state of Oregon.
Oh, that's nice. I'm in the communist state of New York, so we're fine. It's all the same.
Well, I'm in the communist state of the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Like if you, I don't know what kind of food that would be, but I'll tell you, when I went and visited my daughter in Maryland, they wanted to take me to all these different places, but we went to this one place that was a barbecue place. And I was like, we're going back there again. I'm doubling down on the barbecue place. So, I don't know what kind of food what's your food genre?
Oh, in Louisiana, it's
Yeah.
gumbo, jambalaya, beignets, daiquiris, fried everything. I don't eat.
I think I'd like that.
which is
Apart from the
funny.
grits, I am not
I love
convinced
grits.
with grits. It doesn't sound good.
They're
Grits I
gross.
do.
They're acquired. Either you like them or you don't. I
Yeah.
don't think there's a whole bunch of in between.
And I'm not keen on seafood like prawns.
But
And
see, that's
shrimp
the
and
irony is
all
I
that
don't eat
either.
seafood either, and I can't eat gluten, so I can't eat 90%
Ah.
of what we're popular for. But I can take you to all the places.
What? Watch me and Michelle eat it in front of you.
It's
So-
fun.
I think
110%. I would eat in front of you, Amy. I'm just saying.
That's fine.
You're sitting there.
but
Sorry.
I think I'm the closest one to Neil, so therefore it makes
Sure.
sense that he would come meet me.
I
I'm just
mean,
saying.
What- What's your cooking like, though?
Like,
We got all kinds of good
if
stuff.
you're gonna travel to the States, you want to go as far away from where you're currently at, so that you're making
There you
it
go.
worth your while.
But
Well,
if
I've
he's
been to the
gonna-
West Coast before, so I've done the whole California. Oh,
Oh.
put my driving license down. I was just showing my address on screen there. What's that?
Oh, geez, Louise, man.
Yeah, I've done the old West Coast, so I have been through Oregon, although I've not actually stopped in Oregon anywhere.
No
But-
need.
But where you live, I want you to build me a little house on your land because I would live there, especially in winter when it snows out. It just looks amazing.
My husband just sent me a picture this afternoon from one of our trail cams of a cougar. It's our first confirmed cougar
Wow.
sighting. We've kind of heard some rumblings from some of the people around, because everyone lets each other know so that you're kind of on the lookout and
Right.
you don't forget to lock up your chickens or whatever. But middle of the day, a
Or
pretty
watch the
good-sized
rooftops if you're walking by.
cougar. Yeah, it is up in an area that we walk the dogs. So that was
Isn't it
nice.
Bigfoot land as well where you are? Is it Bigfoot?
Well, yeah. We don't worry about him though.
I'd be much more worried about a giant cat than Bigfoot.
Yes,
Cats are nasty.
See, but if you go
Cats are nasty.
house up there.
cats are nasty. If you go to
All
the
right.
West Coast and see Tabitha and Michelle, then I have an excuse to go over there too.
Ah.
So see,
Will they let me into Oregon, though, with it being so woke?
I don't know. I just want to say thank you for the super chat. And she says
thanks.
crawfish, boudin, meat pies. I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Help us,
crawfish,
Amy.
boudin, meat pies, crawfish etouffee, and gator tail.
The hell is etouffee?
It's a rice dish.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Can we just agree on Mexican food?
Yeah,
Oh, I love
Yeah.
Mexican food.
Who
yeah,
doesn't love
Delicious.
Mexican food?
yeah.
Well, we don't get that here. So,
That's
No?
we only get, what are they called? And we've only had them for a while. And they're like, you wrap them up. I don't know what you call
A burrito?
them.
burritos.
Burrito,
Tamales?
yeah. There's a burrito place that delivers burritos to you, but that's about it. Because we love our Indian food. We love that. And
Oh.
I've never had
Yeah,
Indian
very
food
rough.
ever.
Mexican doesn't hold a candle to Indian food. I'm sorry.
Well, you can't.
You
really
can
say
love
that
both.
because You haven't really been exposed to it to be able to say that.
Right.
Exactly. And also,
True.
look, Neil, make a little room in your heart. You know, a little birdhouse in your soul. You can have both Indian food and Mexican food.
Yeah.
Any
They're
meal
both
that
good.
starts off with chips and salsa.
Exactly. In case
Right.
I mean, that's you walk
That's the
into
best part.
I
the
mean,
Mexican place and
I-
they bring chips and salsa. It's
I've never been
magical.
unhappy while eating chips and queso and drinking a margarita at a Mexican restaurant. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
So,
Though Tabitha did say something about having a murder knits retreat sometime and doing it
Yeah.
in Vegas, so you can take a picture outside the
Well-
sister wives' house.
We've also got
No.
BS though as well. BS Designs. Don't forget her because she has. She mentioned it. She's got her own restaurant and she's also
that's
got
right.
something else. I can't remember what it was. Where there's like room. I don't know where she could host it. I don't know, but I don't know where it is. She did tell me and I've forgotten. So maybe we'd have to do two. We'd have to have two. retreats.
I
Yeah,
believe she's in Minnesota, which
What's
is near
Minnesota
me.
like?
cold.
Commies.
Cold. Well,
Yes.
I can live
Yeah,
with
there's
cold.
not
Is
much
it cold
going
and wet
on.
like here?
It's cold and snowy.
No.
Yeah, it's Minnesota. It's Prairie Home Companion.
Almost to Canada. Yeah.
Oh, she's got a yarn shop.
At
I
the
forgot
George
about the yarn
Floyd
shop.
mural. It'd be great.
She's shouting at us here. She said, I have a freaking yarn shop and a restaurant.
That's what I thought she had a yarn shop. That's what I was gonna say.
Sorry.
And she has
I'm
hot
sorry.
dish. You want the hot dish.
What the hell is hot dish?
Like a casserole.
We have hot.
Well, why don't you call it a casserole then?
Because it's Minnesota, okay?
What?
They have weird language there. It gets wacky in the
Okay.
woods.
Okay. So, because they haven't been around other people, they don't know what to do.
Not quite as
Tater
many
tot
serial
hot
killers
dish.
as Wisconsin, though.
Right, what's a tater tot? I'm assuming it's got potatoes in it. Baby.
Oh,
You
it's
don't know what
delicious.
tater tots
You
are?
want tater tots?
Oh, how sad for
Okay,
you.
tater
Unless we
tots are
call them
like
something
little
different.
ground up potato balls, and they're fried, and they're really good.
Yeah, they're like
Oh.
Like
they're
it's
little-
potatoes of a different texture, but it's like
they're like hash browns in little marshmallow shape, and then you bake them or you fry them, and they're
Oh,
delicious.
we call those croquettes.
No, those are taters. They're so much more refined.
and
than
that's
we are.
why we had to go to war and leave you because they're tater tots.
I'm sorry, I'm having my croquettes with some tomato sauce.
It's like that's it. We're done. We're done here. We can.
Yeah, what is
That's
it? You have grits and tater tots.
My
And what else do you
tomato
have?
reduction to dip my
Well,
croquettes in.
Neil, if you come visit me, I'll get you a garbage plate.
Sounds great.
Well,
What's that? What is it? Oh,
It's either hot dogs or hamburgers on a bed of French fries with macaroni salad and hot sauce, all just together in a container,
God.
and you just
I feel
eat
ill
it.
already.
No.
Dude, it's,
I
it's like a
mean, I
famous
would
dish around
say
here.
no.
No.
I
I
didn't
watched
take
that.
you to get it,
Seek
Anne.
out.
Have you seen
Anne wasn't
that?
here long enough to have it.
There's a guy called Man v Food. It's an American show. I don't know the, I've seen that here, and it literally makes me want to heave. Now, I love my food because I love my food, but the amount
Beans on
of
toast,
food
okay?
you get on a plate, it's just too much. It's like piled up like that. Oh, I don't know. It's too much. Too much.
I don't know what to tell you.
Bye.
We were a world power. Are we still?
I think technically, but it's the field's getting worse
In
and
name
worse.
only.
So it's, yeah.
Doing business as.
That's depressing and funny. So there you go.
United States doing business as a world power.
Is Kamala not president yet?
Not yet.
Okay, we're not going to start going there because I
No, it's not. It's even more depressing. It's Thanksgiving week. We should be happy.
Yeah.
And we're
Okay.
ready.
So
Ooh, let's talk about Thanksgiving week and freaking out about the food we eat.
yeah. I mean, we don't eat anything weird.
Is this where you're so thankful that you're no longer under British rule? Is that what
Yes.
Thanksgiving's about?
Well,
And
it's that,
kinda.
and
Kind of.
it's the whole having dinner with the Indians thing too. That's the story I'm not allowed to tell my kids anymore because, they say it's, fake. So
We watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving every year. I don't care. I purchased it so we could watch it. So
good for you.
And then
that where
afterwards, you have
Snoopy
to
does
watch
his dance?
Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind. As
wait,
the
what?
kid.
What, Ann?
No, it's things that were always on the TV in a marathon. Yeah, that you also have to watch Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind.
That's true. They usually do play Wizard of Oz. Ever seen Gone with the Wind on TV on Thanksgiving.
Really? I have several times.
You would think, being down here, I would have.
Are you allowed to even watch that film anymore?
You think it'd be required?
No.
I bought the
It's
book.
legally required to watch Leslie Howard and Olivia de Havilland in their worst roles in the most famous movie.
I did purchase the book so that I would have a hard copy of it. So
What's wrong with that movie, Anne? Do we need to fight?
No, I like Gone with the Wind. I'm just saying I love Leslie Howard as an actor. I think he's incredible. And I love Olivia de Havilland as an actress. I think she's great. Their worst roles were in Gone with the Wind. They had their worst characters. That's
What's its accent? Because she was British, wasn't she? Forgotten her name.
Vivian Lee.
Vivian Lee, yeah. How's her
She's
accent in
good.
that?
It's good.
Because we're
I
not
love that
always very
movie.
good at American accents, are we?
I've never seen it. My only frame of reference
What?
is Carol Burnett skit. For Gone with the Wind with the curtains.
So my grandmother saw Gone with the Wind in the theater, and it cost her a nickel. And they had intermission, and they all went out onto the theater lawn and ate lunch, and then went back in and watched the second half.
That's awesome.
And that was back when people like wore, their Sunday clothes to the theater and stuff. And she would tell me stories. I thought it was the best.
That's awesome.
There you go.
And they were all smoking as well.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, she
back
wasn't,
then you
but
could
all the
smoke
men
in
were.
theater, so
Yes.
Yeah, I remember when you could smoke in hospitals by the patient's bed.
In schools.
in the
Yeah.
grocery store. Yep.
I remember when the teacher's lounge was like open, then you could see the door open and smoke just came out everywhere.
Funny.
Wow.
Good times.
Yeah,
Okay,
I miss
we were a
those days.
proper country then.
Yeah, but Thanksgiving is our time to eat a bunch and take a nap and watch football and be proud to be an American.
Do you all do that really
So-
cheesy thing where you pass a candle round and you have to say what you're thankful for? Because that's
I
what I
know.
imagine you all do.
Why would we have a
Where'd the
candle?
Why would a candle?
Where's the candle come from?
Monica.
I must have seen one movie where they do that, and it's like in my head now.
And now that's just what you think we all do. No,
It's
no,
probably-
I've
is it
never
a
done anything with a
Hallmark
candle.
movie?
No.
Oh.
No, you might have
Unless
a.
we're like confusing like a Christmas service, right?
I mean, I've lit stuff on fire on accident, but that's just me being clumsy. So that's
I mean, I like
Not the
candles. So they
thing.
smell nice. We're not passing it back and forth. you
Oh,
know.
and why? I noticed in the chat
I mean,
before,
add a
everyone's
little meat
panicking
to
about
it.
their frozen turkeys. Why don't you buy fresh turkeys and not have to worry about the frozen bit?
What kind of bougie
Frozen.
paycheck are you getting that you can get a fresh turkey?
right.
Exactly.
They,
You don't
they come
get
frozen.
turkey, fry that turkey.
Well, you can't buy fresh turkey.
No.
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
I mean, you probably
Not without
slaughter your
plunking
own, though,
down
don't
some
you?
money.
Where you are.
Okay, let me
I-
tell you, real
Yeah, you
live
might be able
turkey
to.
is gross. It's not good. My daughter shot a turkey one year and we cooked it and it was disgusting. But we normally do get a fresh turkey from our butcher, but this year I panicked and thought that I'd missed the window, so I bought one. I bought a frozen one this year, so.
Yeah, I've never seen one in our grocery stores, and we don't really have a lot of butchers.
yeah.
And you definitely don't want wild turkey because that's gross and gamey.
And a lot of grocery stores too will do a deal on turkeys.
Right.
Mhm.
And
Do you have
the-
turkey at Christmas as well? Because we have turkey at Christmas.
Yeah, sometimes.
Or ham.
Ham. Not me, but other people.
We went full British one year and did goose. It was awful.
Really? Because duck is good.
It was bad.
Oh.
Like,
Not many British
will
have
be-
goose.
Well, Charlie Dickens did. So we're like, this is gonna be great. And at the time we had animals. So it's like we raised this goose, we shot this goose. We
Oh my
killed it,
word.
We butchered it, we did the whole 9 yards. And yeah, it was disgusting. And we're like,
It
it's
was a
gonna be
homeschool
great. It's
lesson,
all
wasn't
dark
it?
meat because we love dark meat. It's like this.
That was
Charlie,
one of your
you hate that.
homeschool lessons, wasn't it?
Oh, it was fun. Also, I didn't know that while you're butchering the goose, fun stories for fun knitting times. But if you put some weight on the goose chest,
Oh,
it'll
yay.
honk at you, even with the head off. So
That's
Right.
horrifying.
That's funny.
Oh my
Mommy,
god.
watch what I can do.
actually,
Oh.
actually, it was my dad who did it. Like, hey, come look at this, and I went up and he honked it. I'm like,
Of course you did.
That would be
Bad
worth shooting a goose and having it, for no, it wouldn't. Never mind.
The
Also-
party piece.
no, it's good. But also, geese are the most horribly cruel creatures.
Yes, they are.
Because I mean, catching them it was an issue. So it's like, okay, we're gonna figure out who's on the edge of the pack and shoot them. So the goose is shot. It rolls over. It's making noise because it's dying, and the other geese turn around and hiss. They say, "What is your problem? Get up!" And they're like surrounding the one, like, "I've just been shot." Goose is freaking out, and the rest of them are like, "What's with that guy? I can't believe it. He's making such a fuss." Geese are awful.
Oh no, they attack you too. We
Yeah.
were at a game park in Southern Oregon a long time ago when my kids were little, and one of the geese attacked my youngest.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
unprovoked. It wasn't like she was
They're mean.
picking on him or anything. They're just mean. So
They are mean.
I have a question about geese. Now, what kind of geese are these? Are these like the Canadian geese that are down at the lake, or is this a different kind that you have?
No, these are
These are
they're
Charlotte's
great.
Web white geese.
Okay.
No, we had two different kinds of geese, so it's just pretty funny. I think we had the gray geese, so the Toulouse, I think is what they're called. But then we
Okay.
traded some out for someone else who had these Chinese crested geese, which were white, but they were the Jets and the Sharks. They did not touch. And they had a different tone quality, so you could hear them honking. But yeah, they kept in their own little groups. They did not hang out.
That's interesting.
That sounds
So-
very racist.
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't go out and read white fragility to my geese, but they just couldn't figure it out on their own.
They're all mean as far as I'm concerned, though.
So, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving?
Nothing.
Well, I know you don't celebrate. So, who's going to pass the candle now that Neil's brought it up? Are we going to make that a tradition?
Well, Neil, Joe says she celebrates Thanksgiving, so and she lives in Australia.
Yeah,
what's
so
yours?
whatever.
If the criminals
Mhm.
can do it, Neil, you can do it.
Exactly. If the
Trust me,
criminals
if you
can
lived
hold
in the United
Thanksgiving
Kingdom, you'd
candle
have
in their
nothing
heart.
to be thankful for either.
Hey, you could be thankful that we took Meghan and Harry. So
Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah.
Mhm.
But there's
Yeah.
always the threat of them coming back, isn't there? So until you have them permanently, I'm not sure I can be thankful for that, really.
I will be eating and watching football and tolerating my mother-in-law.
So, I take it she doesn't watch then, huh?
Oh God, no! She doesn't have the internet.
Ooh.
She doesn't have the internet, so no.
Perfect.
wait, doesn't have internet?
Nope. Or a phone,
How?
or a cell phone.
Have you seen
Ah.
Katie Clark's comment?
Hmm.
So I do have something to celebrate. Getting good riddance to bad colonists.
Yeah, well, we still went to the moon.
But did you?
Oh, you don't believe we did. Never mind. Okay.
No,
Don't
I do not
start.
believe it for a second. And I don't believe they lost their toolkit in
Well, you know
space
what? Then
either.
you would get along with my mother-in-law.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Neil. I would.
Y'all can talk about the moon.
My dad
And
says
what are
he's
you guys
grateful for
doing?
Fireball, so
Yeah.
that's the party
I
we'll
thought
be
that-
having.
I thought that was just what you were having for Thanksgiving. Forget the
Oh,
turkey
okay.
or the goose.
Wait,
We're
what?
having Fireball.
We're just having Fireball for
That's what
Thanksgiving.
her dad said. Fireball. That's it. That's the
Is in the
comment.
whiskey or the candy?
I don't know. Maybe both. To keep it, they got to have a little sustenance with their alcohol. I don't know.
No,
Fireball's harsh, man. We'll be drinking, but not Fireball. Oof. Go ahead,
But yeah,
Jackie. Man,
yeah, party at the Pink's house. I mean,
geez.
Fireball.
What you gonna do, Michelle?
Oh, make the normal turkey dinner.
But did you kill the turkey yourself?
What's that?
Did you kill the turkey yourself? Did you got the whole farm thing?
No, I do not like freshly slaughtered turkey from the wild. No, just no.
Yeah.
Mr. Pinkoff also says that there's no candle. So there you go.
He
There will
is
be no candle passing.
Yeah, we won't be passing
Not after the
I'm a
Fireball.
bit disappointed in that.
I've never heard of that. So
Oh my
I think
gosh.
you should
are you,
start
are you
it this
sure you're not
year.
thinking of like caroling at Christmas?
No, I don't know what I saw, but everyone was sat around the dinner table and they were passing the candle one by one and they were all having to say what they were thankful for. And then it went round the whole table. And I just thought to myself, oh my God, I would hate that. Waiting for your turn. And
I've
you start thinking,
never
what can I be
heard-
thankful for? What can I be thankful for?
I got my Thanksgiving shirt on though.
Oh, Garfield.
Beast mode.
Ah,
Turkey.
Yeah. Well,
Katie says it wasn't a candle. Hmm.
yeah, we
Hmm,
not
about that.
just not just having a fireball party. But no, we're doing the full family Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm baking bread and
I was gonna bake bread, and then I've been apparently having too many nervous breakdowns, and I was told that I shouldn't do that, so I'm not baking bread anymore.
Do you get Friday off work then? Generally, is that a holiday?
Not everybody, but
Well, I know not everyone, but
Yeah, I do.
generally, is it a public?
No, like my husband's off, but he had to ask for vacation. Hey, Morgan.
hey, Mark.
Yay!
So
Yeah, my husband won't be off, but I will be off. So,
good for you. Will you be alone?
well, the kids live here.
Eh.
Denise is all alone, so maybe I'll go pester her and see if she wants to record.
Or just go. You know what? I just want to be by myself. That's all I want, and that's really hard to come by. Give me a few more years.
Yeah.
So you guys, I am gonna bail on you. It's that time for me to go.
But what about knitting?
but-
But what about 1 minute?
Okay, you can have 1 minute of me clumsily.
Neil,
Morgan,
get the timer out.
Michelle,
Okay, give
that's
me
Morgan.
1 second. Let me find a timer.
He's getting the timer out.
Morgan and Michelle, hello. Say.
Hi.
Have you done the time knitting, Morgan?
What?
Have
Sorry.
you done the time knitting?
Morgan's on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Have you?
I have.
Right, tell me
Yeah.
when. Are you set up, Michelle?
No.
Are you ready to go?
And Michelle, you don't have to do anything complicated. Just like straight.
Yeah, just straight knit.
Yeah, don't be doing
Yes.
brioche.
Okay.
Make it easy on yourself. And we talk amongst ourselves, so you don't have to feel the pressure of the silence for a
Yeah.
minute.
Well, talking. Okay, go.
Like
for
we're
it.
just gonna talk.
Oh, so you ready? Are you? So when I say, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
So what's up, Morgan?
Oh, good. I just got home from work. So it was one of those things where I was kind of towards the end. I just felt like a glaze kind of come over. Like,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "You're here till 5:30 today?" I'm like, "Yep." They're like, "Oh, sorry."
There's something about a holiday week that's just like,
It's been insane. Like I mean, I actually feel bad because I mean, I don't have to do anything currently. I'm just sitting and watching, But I feel so bad because like people are coming in and I want to like help, but like I can't because I don't know what to do. So I'm just kind of like sitting over there, just kinda
just
like,
observing.
"Hey, sorry."
Don't mind me.
Okay, last
Yeah.
10 seconds.
But,
5, 4, 3, 2. Stop.
She stopped early.
Go on.
Okay,
How
now
many
you have
did
to
you
count
do?
how many you knit.
Yeah, Joe said, just lie, Michelle. Say you did 376.
No, I did 31 stitches.
Ah,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
Ah, but you could have done a bit more, couldn't you? You could have, because
Yeah.
you stopped
Oh, yeah.
early.
Yeah, she could have done
That's
more.
okay.
Got
Isn't
that,
that what
Ann?
I did?
Angie, you write that down? Got that?
31 stitches.
I need to update the leaderboard, Neil. So
I
can-
know.
Have I moved?
And-
Well, I
got
need
it
to
behind
update the leaderboard too. I have to erase and re-put up. But 31 stitches puts you actually equal with Neil. So-
Oh, you and Neil are tied.
Wait.
we're of that same generation, obviously, Michelle.
So I'm still number 3.
We
We're-
need
we're
our
not
glasses.
hung up on that, on that
Yes.
speed thing.
So, okay, and this isn't everybody because Morgan isn't on it because I wrote it down in my notebook in different places and I haven't updated my top year top tip board.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So we have let's see, bottom up we have Birdie at 1. She was having some struggles. Poor Amarada.
She's new.
She was new.
That was a bit cruel.
Carrie at
right.
16. We'll have to retime her next time she comes on because she's been practicing more. Neil at 31. Now also Michelle at 31. Tina 34. Holly, Liz, and Marie at 35. Lynn 36. DK 37. Stephanie 41. Devery 47. Liz Clothier, 53, Amy, 57, me at 59, and Tabitha at 68.
Can I just say something? Just in defense of Michelle and I was reading Mary Thomas's book from way back when in the day, and the average knitting speed is 30 stitches per minute. So we're completely in the normal range then, Michelle. Completely
Yes,
normal.
we are. We're above
typical,
average.
normal, average, whatever. Yeah. We're the normal ones. It's the rest of you that are abnormal.
Well,
I'm
Michelle,
okay with
thanks for
that.
coming today.
Well, thanks for having me. It
It's
was
been
nice
lots
to
of
hang out
fun.
with you guys.
Good to see ya.
Cool.
You guys have a lovely Thanksgiving, except
You too.
Neil, you just
Except
have
you.
an average Thursday. Average stitches.
Yeah, I'll just have my ready meal for one.
No, you should spend the whole day causing trouble on social media so that when we get back on our phones, we have something to look at.
Well, it'll just be me, won't it? The rest of you are just going to be busy. They'll just be me and Joe.
You'll be
He'll just be
okay.
like, I have some opinions and I'm throwing them down.
All right, you guys, take care.
All right.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Well, I'll have to go back and watch because I was like driving home. I'm like, oh, I wonder how much I'm gonna miss. But, that's all
It's
right.
not a big deal.
Wow, we've been
talking
on an
about-
hour already.
Yeah, we were talking about Thanksgiving, and for some reason, Neil has let us know that apparently in England they think we pass a candle around the table
Well,
while we
I
say what
wouldn't
we're
go
thankful
so
for.
I wouldn't go so far as to say in England we think that. Just I think that, because clearly I'm the only person that's ever seen that or heard of it.
See, I think you're confusing that with the whole like therapy method of pass the whatever you call it. You can only
the
talk
spirit
when you have the stick. If you have
Maybe,
talk.
yeah.
I don't know what that is.
like in therapy, if there's like issues and it's a whole group thing, the person that holds the talking stick is the person that can talk, because then you don't want the other people like interrupting and contradicting. Each person needs their own time and space to speak.
I've never
Speaking
been to
of
group therapy, so I
therapy
don't know.
and
It's a teacher thing too.
Oh, okay.
and rehab, do you know Britney Spears' sister?
Yes, Jamie Lynn.
Is she a druggie? Is she on drugs?
Not as far as I know.
Is she an alcoholic?
Not as far as I know.
Oh, because she's on the
Last I checked, the Louisiana up to date. I don't know. I hadn't checked the update lately, but last I heard, no, she was not.
Well, she's on
Are they
I'm
from
a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here over here. Well, it's not here, it's wherever it is. And she is really struggling just living. And I think there's something seriously wrong with her. And I have a theory that whenever American stars, celebs, come over and do these shows here, it's because they're actually getting free rehab where they're then getting given money because they just sit in the corner looking weird. And I wondered whether British celebrities do the same in America.
I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean,
not
I've never
even
heard
a little bit.
What is she over there for again? What'd you say?
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. You know, where they eat bugs and have spiders thrown on them and all of that. And they have to do weird shit.
Never.
Is it like Fear Factor?
I don't know.
I guess it's
Maybe.
probably like
Closer
Survivor.
to Survivor, except
Like
everyone lives in the
celebrity.
same house.
Well, they're in the jungle. They're in the Australia, or are they? It might be South. It might be African jungle now, but it used to be Australian jungle, and they have to. They basically get nothing to eat either.
I have
And they
not
have to
heard
eat witchetty grubs and things like that.
that she's like that, but I don't keep up. But I mean, her people are from here, so I know Britney Spears' childhood home is for sale.
You thinking of buying it?
You can buy it. I'm not buying it. Some very smart person bought it a few years back when the dad sold it for like a relatively normal house price, and now they're like, because of her book and everything, they're jacking it up and selling it for like way more than it's ever going to be worth. So I don't know. I don't like Britney Spears. Never did. So I didn't claim her.
I saw Joey 101 a couple times though, so I'm probably more up to date on the sister than Brittany. That was years ago though.
She's a whinger, I can tell you that much.
A
She's
what?
cried every episode. She's cried all the way through it.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, Zoe 101 was one of those teeny bopper shows on Nickelodeon where she was like in high school in Hawaii and everyone was very glamorous. So
Oh, so she was famous in her own right, was she?
I mean, it wasn't like a huge thing, but it was a show. She was the main character.
Ah,
He was teeny bopper famous.
Yeah.
right.
But I think that was about it. I don't think she did a bunch of other stuff.
No.
Not that I know of, but
She might have, but I don't know. If that's
'cause
my
they're
only
saying-
cultural touchstone is this one show, then we're
hey,
not.
look, Anne knows something that's not British or like random comic book information.
Well, they're telling us here that she's an actress and a singer,
I knew she sang, but I couldn't tell you what
you know,
she sang.
rather than a sister, which is probably more.
Shauna says,
Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah.
I mean, I think she needs to let that go. I mean, Brittany was famous as like a kid, so let it go, sis. You know,
yeah, now she's
live your life. And
yeah,
be
and
a
now
mom.
Brittany's doing the kind of let go of the whatever conservatorship over her,
Yeah.
and now she's dancing in her kitchen with knives. And it's like, Brittany, just
Be crazy.
What?
But is that her though? Because isn't there a theory that there's some kind of a filter being put on when she's dancing and it isn't her? And when every now and again it shows the real face or the real eyes and it isn't her.
I've never heard that, but I don't pay
Yeah.
attention because I don't need to see that many movies. So
Maybe it's up there with the moon landings. I don't know.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, I'm trying to get for now. Let's see. I think this is my third attempt ish at it. I think this one's gonna fit a lot better.
hey, it looks like a real hat.
I know, because well, because we were talking about last on Knit Night, like the actual picture can. I mean, maybe one
It
day
can never
for, like,
be
a
seen.
laugh, maybe just for like a really good laugh, we can just share it.
It
But,
looks like
know,
a bonnet, didn't it? It looked like, like from the 1800s. It was all frilly around the edges.
well, and it was like huge. I mean, like, which was weird because when I first started it, it didn't seem like it was going to be that big. But now, like, compared to like this one now, it's like, okay, yeah, no, that was way too big.
Yeah, that one looks more like my one.
Yeah. And it's weird because I'm still using the same hook sizes, so my gauge is like all over the place. But yeah, I just did the smaller diameter. But yeah, it's like, oh boy, I'm like, here we go again.
And then
I'm
poor
like, I'm
Morgan, she's going to
determined.
be knitting a colourwork thing, aren't you, soon? For
I can't wait. I'm
I'm
ready.
actually looking forward to it as well. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
great.
What's it for?
It's for
Is
the
it a secret?
murder mystery issue of Blocked,
Oh.
which is when's that going to be, Amy? I can't remember. Remind
January,
me.
right? February. February's your issue,
isn't
I
it?
think.
Yeah. So it's a murder mystery related pattern.
Which at the rate I'm going, the whodunit won't start till February either. So
Well, that works for me as well.
I
Is that-
have it all. I have it planned. I have the murderer or murderers. I have the victims. I have how it happens. I have a beta reader reading it, and I have confirmation that okay, that's cool, but I have to actually finish the story.
Well, you don't have to because you could just do the story later, couldn't you? You have got a bit of time to do the.
I know, but
Because how
But
are you
I'm-
doing the installment? So the
I
story.
am, yeah. So I mean, kind of depending also like what people's time frame, like so if somebody comes up with some patterns or if it takes a while for yarn, I'm willing to stretch it out. I want people to have fun. So
Yeah.
but I don't want to stretch it out so far that people like don't remember or don't want to be involved, My first plan was 4 weeks. So
Right.
like one a week. So in theory, it needs to be done by January 1st because I should have the end written before I release the beginning.
Well, if you need
It's overrated.
if you need to do it like if you want to do it the story in magazine format in between the block thing, I can do that. Just your story. I could have it as a if you want it like that. If I don't know how you want to present it really. It's up to
I
you.
was just going to email it to everybody because I need them to participate in the guessing. So, but we could do that too. That would be cool.
Well, yeah, it's up to you.
Not that people have to guess right to play along, but it'd be cool if they, because the theory is you read it each week, you share your whatever you're working on social media, and then you answer, like you fill out a forms, and
Rude.
Not papyrus and chisels and stone.
If you don't have a Google account, you're going to have to make a Google account probably to fill out the form, unless it lets you do it another way. I've not tried that. And then that's how you enter your answer without hopefully ruining it for everybody else, or your guess, your suspicion, I should say.
Cool.
Well, and now I'm going to be doing this vest that we're all talking about, and I ordered yarn, which I really shouldn't have done, but I was like, I'm like, it's on sale. I'm like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, now I'm thinking about this vest, and I'm just like, I just hope I like how, because I think I'll be really, really kind of annoyed if like I get done with it and I do all the steeking everything, and then I'm like, oh, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, because you can't really rip it out if you've steeked it, can you? I mean, you could rip out the bottom bit, I suppose.
Well, yeah, but that would just be
mean,
heartbreaking. Yeah, too much work at that point.
Well, at least there's no deadline with that, is there? We just start in January and finish when we finish, because it'll take me a year probably to make it.
From Anne's inspiration, I'm calling it my Vampire Batman.
Yeah. So last night Morgan pulled up this color palette, and when I was in Wisconsin, I got this book. Oops, that's upside down. Sorry, I got this book. So, which is awesome.
Oh, that's
ignore that one on the end.
I think you should use all 5 and do the edgings with one of the colors. I
didn't order the last one though.
And don't listen to Jo where she says get rid of that blue, because I think that blue's really nice.
Yeah, I think that all goes.
It is nice, yeah.
But yeah.
Ah, yes, it's that color.
Yep,
yeah.
Same color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
My Vampire Batman vest.
It'll be super cool. Look at that dude. Look at that glowy red-eyed Batman.
I know, right?
His ears are very long.
Yeah, it's drawn by Kelly Jones, so it's the long-eared guy. He's cool. He and his wife are super fun. Anyways, they've done a couple of interviews on Geeks and Gamers and things, and they're both hilarious. But yeah, that's why I picked up the book.
Nod and smile, DK.
Every time.
50s put you're both better than average. Is that about when we did the test, or is that about something else?
Yeah, probably.
They might be delayed.
You're better than average because you're 31 and you're not 30. So there you go.
I wish I was 30.
I don't.
No, I don't want
to go back. I had a newborn when I was 30, so I was nah.
No.
Well, I've been looking at all my retirement options this week, and it turns out the government pension that we get. So everybody gets a government pension, but you have to have paid into what's called national insurance, communist insurance, basically. And what I found out, it's the first time I've ever checked it, is that I've got 30 odd years of paying into it, apart from 5 years. And I looked, it's like, why have I not paid it for 5 years? And it's when I was at university. And what I've never known, that if you go to university, they don't pay into your pension. So anybody that has gone to university gets a lower state pension than anybody else.
That's ridiculous.
And it's by quite a lot as well.
But you're educating yourself to, in theory, further yourself in the community.
Well, I think the theory is that if you get a degree or an MA or whatever, that you will end up with a job where you pay a separate private pension. So you're supposed to make millions, which I did do, but I didn't make millions. And which is why, that's the tiny bit of money that I'm living off at the moment. But yeah,
That lucrative education salary isn't.
I don't know. Yeah, they tell you some bullshit, don't they? You know, go to university and you'll be rich. It's like, no, you won't. Learn to be a plumber, and then you'll be rich.
Yep.
So speaking of, I was talking to a guy this week who had recently moved to South Dakota because now I haven't seen these ads, A, because I don't have cable, and B, because I live in South Dakota proper. But apparently my governor has these ads where she's pretending to be a plumber and like saying that if you're a plumber, you should come to our state. And this guy said, and I saw that woman and I said, she needs help. So I'm going to. He's actually a plumber who came to South Dakota. I'm like, good for you, man. We
That
have
is funny.
People, but,
Interesting.
That is funny.
Well, we're getting
cowgirl
adverts at the
Barbie is
moment
smiling, going,
where Canada is begging for immigrants. And it's like,
We have some.
wow, should I do it? And then it's like, no, they wouldn't let me back after the cherry picking scandal, would they?
and they'll just try to kill you at every turn. Don't do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's just
they're
jumping
gonna
from
tell
one
you-
communist hellhole to another, isn't it?
You could go rooming with Adam, though.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Adam, are you going to put me up?
He might be gone. I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh,
Usually,
is
if he's
gone?
here, he's making some comments.
Oh, it was such a shame when he came on the show. His internet was so bad, and I couldn't hear anything he said at all.
I know.
Anyways, BS has seen those ads. Yeah, because she's in Minnesota. What are we doing recruiting people in Minnesota? I'm sorry. Don't come. And she's like, no, I want to come. I'm like,
Well, and it's like,
build that wall between Minnesota and South Dakota.
No, we need a wall between Wisconsin and Illinois. We need that. We need that here.
So what's
I
wrong
wanna
with
build one
Illinois?
between us and New York City? They suck.
Okay, so
Where
with
Chicago is.
Illinois, well, I mean, yeah, but it's
Are they the Hoosiers, or is that who's the Hoosiers?
The
That's
who?
Hoosiers.
The Hoosiers.
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 Why do you make that
Hoosiers?
so
That's
fancy?
Indiana.
Not every word is fancy.
Oh, Neil, we need
Also,
to do a thing where
apparently, every state gets these ads. Stay out. Do not come here. It's terrible. It's cold. We have Russian winters. The Russian winters will kill you. Don't even think of it.
They have to plug
Stay
their cars in just to
away.
start them the next day,
Exactly.
which is insane. Nobody
Is
wants
this just
to do
because there's
that.
only 4 people that live in your state? Is that why you've used the advert?
C4 and no more.
Just
Yeah,
you,
it's just
your mum
Ann
and dad,
her
and your brother.
family.
There is no room at
His
the
wife
inn.
isn't even allowed to live there.
Sorry,
Just
Morgan,
the
what was you about
paintbrush.
to say? You were just
Cannot.
about to say something.
Sioux Falls is already crazy, okay? There's crazy people. They're like people walking around with cats on their shoulders in public, okay? This is too much for us
Sounds
already.
good.
What
Get 'em
what is
out.
wrong with that?
Yeah,
Cat?
you've just insulted a third of your
Yeah.
viewing.
You walk
Hey,
down the street with
Ann-
a cat on your shoulders?
And you
I
be
would if
nice,
it
or I'm
would-
going to
if
bring
it would stay
Clementine
there,
to
I
you.
would.
She's going to try to attack
That
me again?
wouldn't
I almost
run
had
off.
Okay, I like cats, but they don't need to be on your shoulder in public. I'm with you, Ann.
Why not?
Exactly.
That's really sweet.
No, that's weird.
There we
Ah,
go.
that's
Well,
fine.
Yeah, go to
Well, except
Martha's
for
Vineyard.
claws.
That's a great place
Yeah,
to
true.
go. You have
Yeah,
a
there
high
you go.
GDP.
Right, let Morgan say what she was about to say.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry, Morgan.
It's okay. No, I
I'm
was just gonna say we should play a game. Kind of like how you and Amy did with the Louisiana names.
Oh,
We
yeah.
need to do that with Wisconsin cities.
Oh, right, okay. Well,
Yeah.
can you type one in and I'll see if I can.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Or
oh, wait,
type
I
it in
need to think
chat
of
and we
one.
can highlight it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hold on, let me get on here. Let me turn my volume down. Not all.
Are
all the way
they,
before I open it up.
First Nation words or whatever the phrase is now for Native
Indians?
Americans.
I
Indians?
think you're just
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're allowed to say anymore.
Yeah.
Indians.
Well, we've just had a big thing from the police
Oh,
saying
there we go.
words that you're not allowed to say. And
You
it
can't
is
be elderly
ridiculous.
or disabled anymore.
Yeah,
Right? That's
it's
what
like,
what nonsense is that?
oh, it's
All right, I
ridiculous.
put
And
one in.
BAME, Black Asian minority ethnic. Holy
Oh my
crap!
goodness, what is that word?
If you know it,
Oh,
don't
good
say it.
Okay.
Who knows that word besides you?
Onomowok. Okonomawak.
Wait, let me check.
Is it one of them that you don't pronounce half of the letters?
Probably, because I would have said
You
it the way you
shorten
said
it,
it.
kind of like with,
So is it
you know.
Okonomawak.
easy.
Owok?
Oh, wow.
Okawok?
Okonomawak.
No.
Runamok? Okonomawak?
It reminds me of like Econo Lodge. Like it's like a hotel.
So we say, I'm gonna say it.
Oh no!
We'll never know now.
Wait, what's it?
What happened?
What happened? Are you
Somebody
there?
doesn't want you to tell us.
She channeled.
Oh, that was
like,
hilarious.
first basic, like,
StreamYard said no.
Did I just like freeze, or did it just like go
You were
away?
gone for a second.
Yeah.
There's obviously a
know
secret
what
base
happened.
there that the military
The
don't want you to
ancestors
know
said,
about.
"Oh no, you ain't."
It's where they film the
Okonomawak.
moon landings. That's what. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So how do you
Okay.
say it?
Okonomawak.
Oh what?
Okonomawak.
Okonawak.
Okonomawak.
Okonomawak. Okonomawak.
Okonomawak.
Are
You
you too
do
drunk?
pronounce
No,
it all.
come walk.
Like Japanese, but faster.
Well, I mean, here in Wisconsin, they say we're like the drunk. Oh, I mean, like one of the drunkest, states.
Yeah.
I mean, you live in Wisconsin, so
People
I mean,
from
yeah.
I have seen this online, as far as you can trust the internet, but that there are certain international drinking competitions where they're like Wisconsin people not allowed.
Not allowed.
Yeah. We could probably
All
do
right,
next.
let me do another one real quick. Hold on.
Oh, were you impressed? I got 9 or 10 out of 10 on your citizenship test.
Yeah.
Go on, ask
I
me.
didn't
Ask
see
me.
that.
Ask me a question about America.
I gotta make sure I spell this right. Hold on.
But not
Oh
Anne,
my
because
God.
I'm not asking me a hard question.
Yeah, she'll ask questions we don't know the answers to.
Yeah, where's the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota? Huh?
It's bound to be in somewhere with cat in the name.
The only city I know in Minnesota is Orr,
Oh, hold on.
Oh, Minneapolis.
Minneapolis. Besides
Is that near Metropolis and Gotham City?
that.
I feel like I don't know what's happening today. I'm just
Here's,
Okay, so
here's
in
one
driving,
more.
Do you
Okay.
ever really know though?
so in driving
Oh.
to Wisconsin. Ooh.
Wausau.
oh, hold on.
Wausau? No.
Nope.
Us. Us.
Woosa.
No. Nope.
Wosa.
Woso. Oh, is that
Wisa.
what you said? Why sigh?
No. Wausau.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, nah.
Oh, that
Oh,
kind of makes
yeah,
sense, actually.
Wausau.
Yeah.
Wausau. Yeah.
Wasa. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the way from South Dakota to Wisconsin, we're driving through, and we're on a time schedule, man. We got places to be. We have the meetup to go to. We're driving there, and but we drive by, and it's like, and I'm driving like, Max, we should stop at the Jolly Green Giant statue. And he's like, no. It's like, no. Why would we do that? I'm like, because we could recreate this childhood photo that we have when we take a picture with his butt. It's awesome.
What is it
That
about
would be
America
weird.
and Canada where you have to have the biggest thing ever? Like, I was in Canada all them years ago and they had like the biggest chair. And it was
Because
like
it's
bigger than a
bigger
house.
than everyone else's.
But why?
Because
Because you have to stop and you have to take a picture and you have to enjoy your life. Okay.
because
What?
because when we were under horrible reign of kings, we couldn't have big chairs, so we need to have big chairs.
Exactly.
your
Now we
generational
have a
trauma.
Is this
giant
how this?
bronze Big Mac, and that's how it is. Okay, we just enjoy ourselves.
It is our generational trauma. Thank you very much.
It is. That's right.
In Japan, it's the opposite. They want to make things as tiny and as they can.
We'll do both. Oh, but we also drove past the Spam Museum, and if you have never been to the
Oh.
Spam Museum, go, because it's amazing. It's exactly what you want it to be. Like, and the
Wall
Spam
to wall
Museum
spam.
gift shop is the best. Like you can get anything. You can get spam shoelaces. You can get t-shirts, onesies, everything. Like cookbooks, obviously, but the spam
So-
museum is great.
Where
and-
is your spam onesie? Is what I want to know.
Yeah, where's your
Well,
spam
I mean-
knitting pattern? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your hat with
I mean,
your
if it's
knitted
that great of a
intarsia
place, come
spam.
on.
Spam is okay, it's cool. And the history of spam, very cool. They have like the international ads of spam around the world. Koreans love spam, let me tell you. Like
Oh,
it
China
is-
does as well.
Yeah, it is such a cool museum. Definitely go. Hang out. 5 out of 5 stars.
Is this like the penis museum in the Netherlands? Is it like that?
What?
No, it's spam like a normal person.
That's real, by the way. That is real.
I don't want to
See,
know.
in Austin, Minnesota.
Mm-mm.
Why do they have that museum, Neil?
Because
And
that's
why do
where
you
they
know
make
about
the
it?
spam.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Neil about what he said.
Okay.
Because
And-
everybody that goes
Well,
to the
someone thought
Netherlands,
theirs was worth remembering, probably.
And this is what Knits and Caboodle says about you in the spam museum. So glad I'm a vegetarian.
Well, it's cool. It's a very, very cool museum. Also, spam saved the world. Let me see. We saved Neil's butt with spam because after in World War II, any place where there was a food shortage, we just shipped spam. Just America. We'd land spam, lots of spam in Hawaii, lots of spam in England. Be like, oh, they're starving.
And that's
people.
why the
Like,
world hates us now. Because we just gave them spam.
But I
Hey.
want to raise you your civil war. If it wasn't for the Manchester and Lancashire people, you wouldn't have, well, say you, the North wouldn't have won the Civil War. So Amy's people would have won.
Why?
Why? I'm going to be writing about it eventually at some point.
Oh,
It's to do with the cotton trade.
Oh.
Interesting.
Oh, and BS says that I missed the Green Giant Museum. I'm sorry. I haven't seen the Green Giant up close and personal since I was a wee small lass. So we'll have to get reacquainted next time. And yeah, she said earlier that you're supposed to stand in between his legs for the photo. Yeah.
Meanwhile, over in New Orleans, there's like a National World War II museum, critically acclaimed aquarium and zoo, but you got the Jolly Green Giant's butt.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
Here's a
worth
nice one too.
shopping for, okay?
That's what garbage emails are called,
I
spam.
was wondering. I was like, is this
And-
just trash?
There are many,
Yeah.
many pig farms, and they do high quality pig. It's not just like the off cutting bits like in hot dogs. And I think there is a beef version of spam that they did specifically for the Israeli army at one time. So
Is that
I
not
have
bully
never-
Still
beef?
sounds gross.
Is it bully beef?
It's
I'm not
actually
sure.
not bad.
I've
Spam.
never had spam. So
It's
You
not
haven't?
bad.
Oh, of course, it's pork, isn't it? So.
You've always never eaten pig?
since I was like 8. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, I feel
That's
so
sad, I'm
sorry for
sorry.
you.
You
Oh.
can
We
keep
eat
your
bacon every
garbage-
Sunday, so
you can
there
keep
you
your
go.
garbage eaters. It's fine by me.
Do you eat the that turkey stuff that they pretend is ham?
Well, I don't like the pressed meats anyway, because that's just weird and gross. So, like, sausage is probably the most squished processed meat I would eat.
no corned beef.
No, I just don't like it.
No,
Like, I'll
it's
eat
gross.
lunch meat, but I try not to eat like the nasty lunch meat. You know, I mean, I grew up eating like beef bologna and stuff like that, but
But yeah. Sorry, but yeah, BS. I'm sorry, missed you in Green Giant Land. But yeah, we were on a time schedule. It was 8 hours there, 8 hours back, which turned out to like over 1,200 miles in a 2-day
Ooh.
time period.
dang.
Wow. Good for you.
Wow.
Yeah, it was good. It was
Milwaukee
fun.
was. Yeah,
I'm going to
Milwaukee's
struggle
really
if I
good.
come over, aren't I? Because I only travel anywhere within an hour. If
Yeah.
it isn't an hour away, I don't go.
Yeah.
So where am I going to
Milwaukee
get
is-
to? Somebody's
Like-
house and their next door neighbor. That's going to be it, isn't it?
Like, it literally took me 8 hours to drive to Texas, and then where I was in Texas, which was not very far in Texas, and then Carrie still had to drive like an hour and some change to get to me where I was in Texas.
Wow.
So, because
That's what it
Texas
is here.
huge. So.
Oh, so where should I go then? We didn't decide, did we?
Well, you're
And
coming
how
to
do
New
you
York
travel?
first.
So, because the thing is, like, we have like it's not a great one, but we have the railway thing to get around. You don't even have a passenger railway thing, really, do you?
Not
We
really.
A little bit on the East Coast.
Yeah,
But
But not really.
Yeah.
We do. I mean, we
You
have
could go the creepy bus route.
Yeah.
That I mean, it's
Oh,
possible.
Greyhound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that, and I'll tell you the worst place in the world, and I will never go again, is Los Angeles, downtown Los Angeles Greyhound bus station.
Oh, that just sounds terrible.
Mhm.
I've never. That was the one time in America where I thought I was going to die. Really, honestly, thought I was going to.
And
be
it's much
murdered.
worse than it was then. So there you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I don't know whether it's the same, but you couldn't see the end of the street in daylight because of the smog, not fog, smog.
I don't think
It
it's
was
as
like
bad
white.
anymore.
Yeah.
smog, at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
The other stuff.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah,
London in the 1800s.
Yeah, a friend of mine once, they kind of like, oh no, we'll travel on the cheap. We'll do the Greyhound bus. And they ended up in the middle of Cleveland, Ohio at midnight, and the bus driver walked off.
What? Because
Oh,
it was
they
so
were-
scary.
No, well, I don't know if because it was
Oh,
scary or
right.
he was just done working.
It was quick.
But he's just like, nope, I'm leaving, I'm done, and yeah, left the bus in the middle of Cleveland, Ohio. Like,
God.
oh,
I kind of regret watching all those Texas Chainsaw Massacre type films where where it's like a little gas station in the middle of nowhere, and
We got lots of those.
like
you're gonna
Night
be
of
dead.
Olympus.
We got lots of those.
Oh God.
We've got lots of
Yeah.
roads where it's no lights and nothing, and it's just dark and you in the road and woods and ditches all around you. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just don't come here during winter, because here in winter we like to play a game of like, am I even on the road anymore? Like,
That's always fun.
am I even on the road?
Yeah,
So,
use the
yeah.
force.
No, you know what it is though, is that because I have astigmatism, with both eyes,
Yeah.
and so it's like when it's nighttime, it's snowing, raining, it's dark. I'm like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I just want to get home.
See, it
Which is
rains
why, like-
so much here, and we have hurricane season. So, like, you shouldn't come here except
Oh
like
God,
November,
you can't
March.
win, can you? It'll be too hot in the summer, too
Yeah.
icy in the winter, too
Well, see, you should make like a
hurricaney in the
seasonal.
hurricane season.
Like, come
It'll
to
be
me,
too hurricane.
Yeah,
come to me in the winter, and then you go up there in the summer.
yeah.
Oh, so
Unless,
basically, I've got to
unless
spend
you
a year
properly
there, have I?
want
Yeah.
to freeze your butt off. I mean, we could do that. We can do.
It could be like
Okay.
it could be
What
like
about
a
the cats?
sponsored Kneel Across America thing,
I want to talk about this Katie Clark comment for a second, because I think you
Yes.
need to also introduce
getting
me to
one
Buc-ee's.
too.
I've never heard of such a thing.
So I was gonna make
What
it
is it?
We're
say,
getting one
What?
here.
What is it? What's Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's is a land of wonder, though I have never been. I have only heard the legend.
What is
I
it?
feel a bit afraid already.
wait, so am I the only one that's ever been to Buc-ee's?
Well, we have one. I've just never been to it yet. It's all the way up in.
Is it a
Buc-ee's
burger
is-
place?
Amy.
Okay. All right. Buc-ee's is as if you always wanted to travel and go to a gas station that you actually felt comfortable going to the bathroom in.
Okay.
So every bathroom is clean. And it is also as if Hobby Lobby, a barbecue joint, and a gas station had a baby.
Okay.
It's like a Walmart-sized deal.
It is gigantic. And they started in Texas, I believe, right?
Mhm.
And like they're everywhere in Texas. Like we have one on the way to Alabama and Florida. That's like our first one. And now we're getting another one in Mississippi. So it's kind of like a rite of passage. If you go to the beach, you go to Buc-ee's now. And it is literally he probably doesn't even have stores as big as Walmart. He probably has no frame of reference of how big I'm talking.
Don't
So-
even
Katie
know.
Clark said 20 foot of jerky.
She
It
said
is a-
bathroom wonderland,
It's a
and
bathroom
then yes, I was
wonderland.
gonna.
There's literally walls of jerky. You can buy a cutting board in the shape of whatever state with a stenciled positive affirmation on it. You can go buy hunting gear. You can buy a sweatshirt. You can buy a onesie. I have a Buc-ee's teddy bear. I gotta go back.
I want to see the Buc-ee's onesie. Everybody's talking about onesies.
Wait, Eli
Put your
has
money where
Buc-ee's.
your mouth is.
Okay,
All right.
I gotta go to the restroom. I'll be right back. Get the Buc-ee's.
Here. Katie Clark says it's the size of Manchester.
Wow.
So there you go.
Oh, here's a
Cleanest
question I've
bathrooms
got.
ever.
What I think I would really struggle with in America is not knowing what anything bloody costs, because you have your VAT added after, don't you, at the till, at the cash register. So you don't know what you're going to pay. And also the tipping system where you have to tip people.
Yeah, don't be a jerk.
Yeah, but we tip, but you kind of have a different thing where you have to tip whatever that percentage. You have to. Whereas we just tip what we feel is deserved, depending on what they've done. You know, if they've been really shitty. But like taxes as well, you know, if you get in a taxi, you have to tip.
I mean, depending on your state, our general tax, depending on the state and also depending on what city you are in. Normally for us, it's about 7 cents on the dollar.
So don't go to Milwaukee if you come here, because they've got extra like tax stuff now for just the city of Milwaukee. They raised the sales tax. So it's a Wisconsin state tax plus the city of Milwaukee adding, I forget how much it was, if it was like a 1.5 or like 2% like city sales tax. And I'm like, oh, thank God I don't live in Milwaukee.
No, and also Milwaukee. So we went in there for the meetup where I met Morgan. Hi, Morgan. But it was at the Great Lakes Distillery, which was super cool. Yeah, like it was, they had like this sort of side room, which it's where they brewed things. So they had these like big copper steampunk looking things and all of their barrels set up for aging alcohol and a little conveyor belt for their bottles. And it was all really cool. But Milwaukee itself was just, I don't like cities anyways, but it was like a confusing mess of I did not like that.
It's so bad. Yeah. I mean, I got lost twice because my GPS on my car kept like turning off because of the connection. So I was just driving around in a circle and I'm like, I just want to get there. I hate Milwaukee.
I know. Well,
like
so
knuckling the wheel, like
yeah. Well, luckily, for Max and I driving in, that I was co-piling it, and Max is like, I hate this. Why? And traffic is so bad. I'm like, I'm sorry. So we got to the Great Lakes Distillery first, and we're like, okay, we're early, but we see where it is. All right, cool. There's parking and everything. Nice. So we're like, okay, so we'll go to our hotel room, which was like 5-6 minutes away. So we come in. There's a parking garage thing attached. So we go in there. I'm
back, by the way. Keep going.
Okay. Sorry. So we go in there. So it's attached to the hotel, but there was like this secret interior food court, which looked like a place where you could get a beef flavored smoothie. And we're walking in, and it's all like half sideways in there. And we can't really see daylight, so we're trying to like navigate which direction that this place is supposed to come out of. And we finally found our way out after getting turned around and having to ask an employee. And we looked like morons, assure you. But then we came back out, and we had to walk halfway around the block. We finally got to our hotel. We finally got checked in. Then we were able to find our car again and then drive back through Milwaukee, which is its own mess. It was a big thing. Anyways.
All right. Now, this is just what I could grab in the short distance and run to my restroom. Oh, now we're good. There goes my phone. Okay.
Nope.
All right. We have one Buc-ee's wine cup.
A travel wine cup, which they probably don't have in your savage land.
Maybe not. 2 travel Buc-ee's cup. Little Buc-ee's.
Oh, that's cute.
He's a beaver.
Well,
big Buc-ee's.
Somebody's a fan.
Oh, we have more than
Apparently.
this. This is what I could grab. And this is my child's onesie.
oh
Yeah.
Wait.
All right.
Hold up. Let me see. Okay.
All right. Brilliant.
This is fantastic.
Everything.
Oh my God. I don't think I ever want to go to Buc-ee's. This seems like some weird cult thing to me. What's happening?
Is this part of your Thanksgiving ritual where you all dress up as furries?
My kid wore this to school like a couple weeks ago because they let him do a dress up day. So he wore this to school.
Good for him.
This is my kids. And we have Bucky shirts and blankets. And this
Here
is
you
Bucky
go, Amy.
Mitts.
You need to do the Buc-ee's OnlyFans.
Oh, and you know
Oh
you'll
my
get money
God.
doing it. That's the weird thing, isn't it?
I don't even want to know.
But it's glorious. It's glorious. You can.
I don't know.
See,
don't-
that is the true American spirit right there. Unadulterated joy. We just get excited. We're like, hey, this place has really clean bathrooms and a lot of jerky. Yeah,
How can you not? Look at his face. Look at his face, Neil.
He's cute. He is cute.
I'm
I still
trying to
don't know
remember
what it is.
It's a gas station on crack.
It's a gas station with everything you ever wanted,
Ever.
apparently. I don't know. When we go to Florida, I think we try to go to Love's. Like, that's the best gas station I've ever been to. But
Oh yeah, no. Love's is Bucky's ugly redneck cousin. No.
well,
Yeah,
you know what? We
so-
don't even have Love's in New York. So once we see those, we're pretty stoked.
The last Loves I was at, I mean, they had some like tchotchkes and stuff, but we went to the restaurant in the side, and it was like a half blown up Hardee's. Like, there was messy. There was the, like the place where you get the lids and the napkins and everything was like just all in disarray, and the napkin thing was open, so you could like take as many as you wanted. It's free real estate.
Yeah. No, Bucky's.
Well, you know, you need them for your glove compartment, so whatever.
Right.
I mean, I do.
Right.
So my trip is going to involve going to Buc-ee's, something called Love's,
No, skip
something
Love's.
called
What's that?
Joanne's and Michael's,
Yes.
something called Hobby Lobby.
Yeah,
I mean,
and what else?
I mean, you can go Joann's and Michael's as a general frame of reference, sure, but they're nothing to write home about.
No, they're not.
I mean, it'd be if you did like vlogger reaction videos. This is my first time in Michael's. We'd
Yeah.
all watch it and it'd be hilarious. But also,
Right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to do a lot of that when I come over.
And we have Aldi, but
Absolutely.
you have that too. So
Yeah, we have Aldi. Yeah.
I love my Aldi. Hey, so I'm finished the hat, but I just got this gift
Ooh.
for the baby at Aldi.
whoa,
Look at-
cats,
it's-
whoa,
It's a Velveteen Rabbit,
cute.
and it's the Velveteen Rabbit book, and I made him a hat.
That is cute.
that'd be nice.
Oh, you've just reminded me. After the
Excellent.
murder mystery issue, we're doing a Bear Arms issue. So, if
Oh.
anybody can think of some cool patterns to design that involve the words Bear Arms in any way you want to, so teddy bears, guns.
You could make a
whatever.
Bucky teddy bear.
Oh, good.
You could.
Mine's
You
my
could.
Punisher tank top. Get those guns out.
I think we'd be sued for having a Bucky teddy bear. I think.
Probably.
Hmm.
Well, you could change a letter, couldn't you?
He's pretty
Call
serious
it
about this.
Fucky, a
copyright.
Fucky teddy bear.
Okay, ready? I have to cut the ends off, but they're even woven in.
Oh,
Ta-da!
that's really nice.
He's so cute.
I feel like it's a little small, but I think with blocking, it'll open up enough that it'll be the right size.
Oh, you'd
'Cause
enjoy
he's only
knitting
one.
the vest we're doing because it's quite similar to that ish. Why don't you knit the vest with us?
I don't know anything
Join.
about this.
Join us.
One.
I'm
of
already
us.
wait.
One of us.
I'm succumbed.
I'm
to
already
peer
making a
pressure
vest.
already.
I'm making the tessellated vest by Andrea Mowry. I've already started it. I cannot start another piece of clothing because I don't knit clothing. Okay?
Maybe it's
So that's what I
time.
got. I'm
I've
doing
never
one already.
worn a vest. I need to like style, like because Joe Bob was giving me style tips the other night on how to wear it.
Well, see, I've got
Oh
this
my- oh
like
boy.
I wear like denim skirts and Doc Martens, so I figure I can just rock a vest with like a men's shirt
want a
under
pair
it, and
of
I'll be
Doc
fine.
Martens. I really
Oh,
want
I
to
have
get a
the
pair
best-
of Doc Martens.
I have the best Doc Martens. I got them secondhand, and they're army green, and they have pink flowered fabric on the inside, and they're so
That's-
pretty.
What the
I
hell,
do
Cass?
like them.
I like
I,
that.
So
I
anyway.
actually really want to find. So I have a pair of cowboy boots that I have that I really like, but I really want to get a nicer pair. Just to have as like my nice pair, where my other one
You
is.
should ask Carrie because she
my
knows
other
all about the cowboy boots. So
Yes, I'll
Mhm.
probably try to send her a message.
On an
and be
average
like, "I need
day,
help."
sorry. On an average day, how many cowboy hats do you see walking, not walking, but being worn down your streets?
not many.
None.
Not many. Is it only Texas where
Oh,
that happens?
actually, you know what? We
Unless
have a
there's
really good
rodeo in
friend.
town or a poser.
Well, we have a friend who lives on a farm, and he wears a cowboy hat. And if he's not wearing his cowboy hat, he's wearing a baseball hat. But that's the only person I know that actually wears one, like unironically.
So is that along with the candle? Is it like a myth that I've kind of
No,
cowboy hat, candle, walking down the street?
I mean, I do see them from time to time, but not a lot, just because we have more like boaters and fishermen here than we do.
People are saying Colorado. That's obviously the place to go for cowboy hats.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have the South, but you also have the West, and the West is on my state is divided by time zones. But yeah, the western of my state would do more cowboy hats. You could see it on this side of the state, but it's kind of again, you get into that poser angle.
Yeah,
Only
A bit of the
girls-
midnight cowboy thing from whenever it was, the 70s. Is it a bit like that, is it?
I don't know what that is.
She
either.
doesn't know what that is.
You don't know Midnight Cowboy?
You mean
Justin
Urban Cowboy?
Hoffman and what's he called? Voight.
You mean Urban Cowboy?
No, Midnight Cowboy with Dustin Hoffman and Voight guy, whatever his name is. What's it called?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Quite an old film, isn't it now? But...
Yeah. They're all
So-
pretty
Oh,
young.
I'm really showing my age now, aren't I?
So I want to go
It
back
was
to
in
the
colour.
question someone asked a while ago.
Uh-huh.
Do you drive, Neil?
I do.
Because that's how you would get around the U.S.
Yeah.
You'd have
You would
to
drive yourself
Speaking
everywhere.
of which, I've
Unless
just had
there's
to
a lot
renew
of
my
fucking
driving
fire
license
miles.
because the photo expired, and we finally got rid of the EU flag in the corner of the thing, and also I
nice.
now have my new British passport instead of the EU
Yay!
shitty burgundy ones.
Oh,
Cool.
So
nice.
we're back, baby, and we're going to colonize the world.
That's right.
Yeah,
The
good luck.
sooner the better. Except for the beans on toast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I heard somebody talking about eating tomatoes on toast too, which also sounds disgusting. I just want to say.
I don't like it, but yeah.
No,
it's
I
the
can do
thing.
that.
No.
Spaghetti on toast as well.
No, not
But it's not like it's not spaghetti like as in cooking pasta. It's in a tin, and it's really horrible spaghetti in a
Like
tomato.
Is it like
SpaghettiOs?
Chef Boyardee? Yeah.
Who? What? Say that
like
again.
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiO, Chef Boyardee. It's like canned pasta.
Yeah, and it doesn't taste like pasta. It's like this sloppy stuff that.
Yeah,
kind
no,
of-
that's gross.
yeah.
And it tastes like real tinny and tomatoey.
Yeah.
And
And you put that on your toast as well.
No, that's gross.
But baked
But
beans on toast, you've got to do it. If you've not
But a
done it,
tomato-
how can you say?
A tomato sandwich.
I'll try it once.
Is not.
But
I'll
not
try
not
it
that
too,
horrible
it's just
stuff you have
gross.
with the pork fat in. And Amy will agree with me.
Yeah,
on that
No,
one, at
Morgan,
least.
that's the other thing.
Our stuff is amazing. Every single time.
Wait, what now?
Always.
We have to get, apparently their beans have like some sort of tomato sauce on them as opposed to like, I don't have that
Yeah.
here.
Well, so
Oh.
there's a store here called Woodman's, and they have a whole aisle.
Mhm.
Neil, I should send you the picture and have you pick out some things.
Oh,
Remember I
yes.
found
to
it?
get, because
Remember
they've
when I went
got
To
so
Texas,
much
I found
stuff.
it. Isn't it the blue can?
Yeah.
Remember I found it at the
Yeah,
internet
the Heinz.
section.
It's kind of a bit
Because-
like that colour, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
a bit tealy
yeah.
kind of colour.
Because, by the way, I love food museums. The Heinz Museum in Pittsburgh, also awesome. But they also have ads, and then it's like all these British people are like, Heinz baked beans are the best. And I'm like, I have literally never had this, and I'm at the Heinz Museum.
So,
Yeah, me neither.
Anne,
You can't
next
beat
time you come
Heinz.
visit, we're going to go to the Jello Museum because there is one.
Heck
And
yeah!
I didn't know that you had this thing about food museums or I would have taken you.
I mean, I've only been to like 2, but they were both bomb. So yeah.
If you come to the
I'm-
UK, I'll take you to Cadbury Museum or Bourneville Museum, the chocolate place.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be
Do they
good.
give you
Now, see-
chocolate? Because I would go.
We have no food museums as far as I know, except for like you can go to the Avery Island where they make the Tabasco sauce.
It's
And-
Oh,
breweries.
Hershey. Sorry, I stopped by at Hershey and they have like this little like ride that you can do in the gift shop that they do for free. And then that was cool too.
Do
Sorry.
you know that Hershey put something in their chocolate that we in Britain actually, when we taste it, it's vomit. It's the flavor of
Yes.
vomit, and you do
Yes.
actually put that in your chocolate. What is wrong with you people?
I guess it's all we know.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know,
What-
we're
what
still
else are we
having a good
supposed to do?
time. We're living life.
you may as well grate parmesan on the top of it, for Christ's sake.
See, all of our museums are like alcohol distilleries. So
Yeah, that's here too.
I'm with that
We've got
too, so
breweries for
whatever.
days.
breweries that did moonshine and vodka and rum distilleries.
Wine,
Oh,
wineries.
I'd like
here
a
too.
tour of the
Oh.
rum one. That sounds good.
Yeah, we have because sugar
We
cane.
have
is-
wineries.
Rum.
We
Or
have a lot of-
gin or rum.
we don't have a lot of gin, but we have a really popular sugar cane rum distillery
Oh.
going towards Texas. So
Yeah, I'd go for
Yeah, so when I come over, you will hear me moaning about that Hershey crap all the time.
Don't eat it. I mean, that's a solution.
Well, I'll just be moaning. It'll be like, well, where's the chocolate? Where's the real
What about,
chocolate?
like- other chocolate like Lindt chocolate or Godiva or something like that.
Yeah, I'd have to have that, wouldn't I? Or Dove. Do you have Dove?
Yeah, we have Dove.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Dove's a bit like Galaxy.
But why is the
We have
rum
Galaxy.
gone?
Right?
Why is the rum always gone?
Yep.
Yeah. We can do all sorts of exciting things.
See?
Like eat
I'm not
food.
sure what Katie was
cream.
trying to say, but there's the museum that she said in Atlanta. I don't think it's the. I don't think that's what you meant.
Is she thinking of the one in Netherlands, by any chance?
I think there's
I
a
don't know.
Coke museum in Atlanta.
But
Coke.
that might be the
Coke.
Coke.
She meant Coke. Yeah. Woo!
Oh,
Coke.
apparently you do have other chocolate apart from Hershey's.
Coke. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because Coke was made in Atlanta. Yes. Yes. Coke. Coca-Cola.
No,
Yeah.
there was one point where I was planning a trip through Atlanta with a friend, and she's like, "Yeah, the Coke Museum." I'm like, "Okay," and then we didn't end up going to Atlanta. So, work.
Yep.
We probably
Yeah,
have
one of
some, I
these
just don't
days.
know. Now I have to find out.
Apparently, the Crayon Museum is very cool.
Crayon.
Did you say
Yeah.
cram?
What did you just? That's what I thought she said.
The
Crayon.
Museum.
She said crayon, like cranberry.
Okay, hold on. And say that word again.
Crayon.
Who?
No, that's not how you say that.
Yeah, it is.
No.
See?
I
Oh,
cannot believe we've been married this
okay.
long and I'm just finding this out about you.
Oh. It.
You like add a
Okay.
different syllable in it. Why? It's the Crayon
Because
Museum.
no.
It's crayon. The hell?
See?
For once, I agree with the Americans here. It's a crayon.
Am I the not American?
Say
She's
it.
apparently-
I know you can. Crayon.
Yeah, that always in there.
Oh, here's a question.
Crayon
Why
museum.
is it? Why is it American sign is so different from British? So crayon in British sign is CRAY.
Because there's no international sign language. Every country has their own sign language.
Stupid, isn't it?
But they all generally started from French. So French sign language
Ah.
is the closest to American.
Yeah, it's
Crayon.
crayon.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So how does
Just
Sam
a
say?
little-
Crane.
No,
she
she's
said
Why did I
saying
get it
crayon.
wrong? No, Crayon.
Crayon.
like cranberry juice, like crayon.
Cran.
Like grand.
Cran.
What up, my crayon?
Here's a specific subset of Americans that say crayon weirdly. My brother-in-law is one and he's a freak. There you go.
Oh,
Or
I
People
guess
have
I'm part of
spoken.
the freak demographic.
Okay, well wait,
Okay,
what
so it's
about
weird.
what about the stuff that's inside some candies, that you might get that's made like from milk and sugar?
Like caramel?
How do you say it?
Ooh.
Caramel.
There's an egg in the middle of it.
I'm
Well,
scared
I'm
to
sorry.
say it. Caramel.
Thank you. Again,
I call it caramel too.
Dare I say that tin foil product?
Okay, but in your defense,
Aluminium?
you added a letter in that. So in your defense, that is correct in your language.
You and
Okay, so-
My language. We speak the same language.
It's a
No,
Midwest.
no,
yeah.
Linnell says that it's the Midwest pronunciation.
But
Aren't
you'll
you in the
just
Midwest?
take it
Morgan?
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's a
it's
word. How do you
crayon.
say
So do you
this
say
word?
crayon?
Crayon, yeah.
How do you say
Crayon.
that word? I've just typed
Crayon.
it into the.
Wait,
You
say
gotta
it
draw
again.
with a crayon.
Do you
Say
say
it again.
crane as well?
No, it's not crayon.
What
It's
the heck?
crayon.
Why are we? It's crayon, and we're just mocking Anne. We should also be mocking Morgan at the same time.
Wait.
Equal opportunity.
Wait. Okay, but like the thing is though too is that for like the longest time, you know how you say, okay, you know, I'm going to the movies, I'm going to the theater.
We say I'm
Theater?
fixing to. So
Theatre.
So I say theater. And
theater.
my mom looks at me and she goes, "What did you just say?" I said, "The movie theater." She's like, "Theater?" Like, no, theater.
Theater.
So-
she's like, "Who taught you how to speak?" Because it wasn't me. Because like, what? Like, it's movie theater. She's like, "No, there's an A. Theater." I'm like, movie
No, theater.
Theater.
And I'm
No, no.
like, theater.
So one
Where's
of my
the T in the
kids-
middle? It's theatre. Theatre. It's not
Because
theatre.
we do-
Theatre.
We do that with our THs. We like just skip them, and you
Theater.
enunciate them.
So
Yeah.
one of my kids calls we call the breakfast food bagels. One of my kids calls them bagels, and I don't even know where that
Oh.
came from. What the hell?
Milk.
That's awesome.
Milk. I'm like, it's milk.
That sounds like a Harry Potter mispronunciation way to say it.
Say the word I've just typed in.
Wait,
Data.
hold on. I gotta say. Data.
Data.
Ah,
What
so
word?
you don't say data.
No, it depends on the context.
Yeah.
Ah. Because I would say data.
Yeah.
Am I out of cell phone data? Say
Data?
Oil.
Foil.
Say foil.
I do not say
Oh.
furl.
Oh, okay.
But like what's really weird is that like when I was younger, my brother and I would go and spend a weekend with our grandparents in Indiana, and they have pretty strong
Mhm.
accents, and so we'd hear
True.
warsh, like all these other
Oh,
things, and
yeah.
so then
I don't know where those
then
R's
when my
come from.
parents- I don't know either.
There's
So then-
where's the extra R come in? This is upsetting
So-
to me.
I once worked with a girl with a very strong Wisconsin accent, and she burned herself, and she went, "Oh no, my arm!"
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
like,
good
wait, you were knitting?
gracious.
I've been told that I sound Canadian. Mittens.
You do kind of sound Canadian.
Ah.
Mittens.
How do you mess
Is
that
that the
up?
right way?
Ah, Morgan,
No.
are you from where is it the same state as Fargo?
No.
No.
No, I'm
Where's
really
Fargo?
far from that.
No,
Oh.
Fargo is north of me. It's in North Dakota.
I'm
see?
more. I'm by Lake Michigan.
No, you must
Ah.
understand.
Yeah.
So you have
He can't
Wow.
come until he learns where all the
east
states are.
to west. We have Wisconsin, Minnesota, and then you have North and South Dakota stacked on top of each other. Okay. And they
Okay.
each have beautiful and distinct languages. And even between West and East River and South Dakota, there's accent differences between all of them. And our governor has a very strong South Dakotan accent, if you want an example. So, the North Dakota,
Oh.
the Finlander influence is crazy. It's thick.
So the stereotypical Midwest, mostly Wisconsin kind of thing. Neil, look up Charlie Barons. I don't, if people know, I'll put it in the chat. But he is a Wisconsin comedian, and he does all of the stereotypical Midwest, accents, custom, the whole thing. He's a bit of a lefty in some degree, but I think he's really funny. mostly, but
Oh, here's a word.
You know.
I've just
Yeah,
got to
the-
find his
the-
website. Manitowok.
Manitowoc.
Oh, I only know that Manitowoc. I know that from the murder documentary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Linnell says bag more like beg. Beg is more of a Wisconsin accent.
Yeah.
than it
Bag.
is.
Bag, yeah.
See down here, you have like a lot of people will say instead of room, like where is your room? They'll say rum. Where's your rum? Go clean up your rum.
No.
It's like a New Orleans-y thing. Go clean up your
Okay.
rum.
My husband thought that maybe we should move to Louisiana. And I said, I don't think so.
Hey.
No, I think that we're fine.
Sorry, Amy. That's the only impression I have of Louisiana. Drive-through daiquiris.
I mean, we
Watch-
finally got a governor who's worth something. So, I mean, there's that. So for the next 4
Well,
years.
we were watching that they had the runoffs and stuff and all the people that
Right.
were winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
I love
say
the
pop or
Cajun
soda?
French.
We say Coke.
Everything's Coke?
What kind?
What about you, Morgan?
Soda. I mean, a lot of people here still say pop, but yeah, it's more. I mean, for me and like most of my family, it's soda.
What
But
about you, Anne?
what do you call a water fountain?
A water
A
fountain.
water fountain?
We say bubbler.
You do. I've heard that.
bubbler.
Bubbler. Yeah.
Do you want to know what I call soda?
Mhm.
Just fizzy drink.
You guys call it fizzy drink.
Just a fizzy drink. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
For real?
Some posh people call it pop, but nobody would call it soda because
Okay, no seriously.
just,
You're at dinner. I would like
you got a fizzy drink. What do you want to drink? Oh, have you got anything fizzy?
That sounds
real.
so posh.
Yeah.
And just like
It sounds
Okay,
good.
Anne.
That hurts a bit.
And are you going to start calling it fizzy drink now?
No, that's terrible.
No.
No.
What do
people
you
look
call
at me
it?
like what?
Is it
No,
pop?
I mean, for the area, pop is pretty normal, but soda back and forth. Yeah. Like
See-
Morgan, I generally say soda, but pop
Pop
is
is very
typical.
childish here. You know, if you said pop, people. would
But
look at you
fizzy
and say,
drinks
"What?"
not?
Fizzy drink is totally
Posh.
sane.
It's posh.
I mean, we call
That's
it
what
soda,
is.
so
And you say, fizzy drug. No, you don't.
No, Amy, the Cajun French is like I would love to visit and I love hearing the Cajun French. I mean, I would probably get lost sometimes if I tried to use like Parisian French.
Yeah, you would.
But
I mean,
but
I don't
like,
know it,
it's-
but
Well, I mean, it's fun to listen because like I can understand like maybe like 55% of what but just that, and then with like the accent too, I'm like,
I only
yes.
know what it means when they're like being mean and rude because I know
Well, there's that, yeah.
Katie's asked me a question there.
What?
She said,
Oh wait, no.
do you
No,
have
I'm sorry.
still water and whatever the other is? Yes, we do. But somebody else earlier, if we're being posh, it's carbonated water. But if you were asking, you say, "Oh, can I have a glass of fizzy water?"
Yeah, what do y'all have against ice? Carrie was telling me that like that was the weirdest thing when they went to Europe is that like they'd go to a restaurant and get some water, and she wanted ice water because we drink our water cold, and they'd bring her like the plain water, and then she'd be like, "Can I have some ice?" And they'd be like, and they'd bring her, like 3 little ice cubes, and she's like, "Yeah."
You don't know about us drinking beer at room temperature?
Oh.
Oh yeah, no, that would
Well,
not
I've heard
fly
of it.
here.
but-
Yeah, no, they would kick you out if you wanted your
No,
beer warm.
I have to say,
here.
we always get asked if you want ice here. We probably don't have as much as you would, buddy, because I think you fill a glass with ice, don't you?
Yeah.
And you put like
Yeah.
a teaspoon of Coke in it. So you would only get 3, maybe 2 or 3 chunks of ice, but you
I mean,
do
she
get it
wasn't-
in the UK.
Yeah, she was in where was she? Amsterdam and stuff.
Yeah, she went to Germany, didn't she? I don't know what
Yeah.
the situation's like in Germany for ice.
But she did say they would looked at her crazy and like they don't have freezers and stuff the way and the sizes of refrigerators and freezers and stuff. They don't.
Oh
have.
God, no, they're tiny compared to what you have. You have rooms, don't you? You have like refrigerated rooms.
No, not rooms, but well, in restaurants, yeah. The restaurants have walk-in freezers and refrigerators.
Hang on though, but could you sit in your fridge if you took everything out and all the shelves? Could you fit inside it? No.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
well, maybe
Amy
if I
could.
like,
Yeah, if you went like that.
like
Yeah,
you
see,
know.
we couldn't really.
Took
You could
everything
get a
out.
kid inside. Not that
You
I've
have to
tried.
do it.
But
No, that is a thing here. That is a thing. When you put your refrigerator out on the street, like you're going to get rid of it and you want the junk guy to come pick it up, you're supposed to duct tape it so that kids don't get in it and play and get stuck.
oh god, and then get crushed in the landfill.
It's a
Or
real
whatever. Oh
thing.
my god.
It's a thing.
Wow, Sezzy's saying that they have 2 fridge freezers and 2 large chests. What, in one home?
Yeah, we have one refrigerator / freezer and we have a chest freezer. And we used to have a garage refrigerator. That's your old crappy fridge that like was dying and you leave it in there for like
Yeah.
extra drinks.
Once the fridge starts
Wow.
freezing the lettuce,
Yes.
then it goes out to
Then
the
you move
garage.
it
You get a
into
new
the
one.
garage.
That's
And
the
that
rule.
becomes
The
your
lettuce
that
rule.
becomes your Coke and water and alcohol fridge.
Right.
Yeah.
For the
Right,
garage.
because
Wow.
okay, even you know, young punks as we are, when my brother and I lived together, we had, you know, our regular fridge and we weren't upscale enough for like, you know, a full chest freezer or something, but we did have the mini fridge for drinks that we got off the boulevard after the college kids left. So
We don't
Yeah,
have the room. We don't
The
have the
chest
room
freezer
for it.
is for that's where your meat and stuff goes when you stock
Yeah.
up on meat,
Yeah.
you know, because Biden is
I do
like-
know people here that do have chest freezers, but they're usually, if they've got not an attic, a cellar, and they have the chest freezer in the cellar for things that, you know, they don't use very
Mine's in between. Remember, I showed you a picture of my laundry room. It's between the washer and dryer that I showed you the other day.
Ah, yeah. Oh, yeah. All you posh people with separate rooms for your dirty clothes. What the hell?
I don't.
I
just
did
in the
it
bathroom.
until this house. So
I used
Wow.
to. Those were the days.
no, it's what I always wanted, which we never lived in a 2-story house. Is I always wanted a 2-story house because some people, for whatever dumb reason, will put the washer and dryer on the 2nd floor, and I'm like, that just sounds like a disaster if it leaks. So if it's on the bottom floor, the laundry chute thing, where you put the laundry,
Oh
and
yeah.
it goes down into the wherever the washing machine is.
Those are
Well, like, so if your bedrooms are upstairs on the 2nd floor, your washing machine is downstairs in your garage or your laundry room or your basement or whatever, and then the chute is right here. You throw your laundry down and it whoosh into a basket, so then you do your laundry right there.
What, you can't be bothered carrying the basket downstairs?
well, you have to carry it back
You
up.
gotta carry it back up. So this just saves some
Neil, we do this for fun. We're like, throw it in. I love this feature. And then when they're selling the house, they're like, hey, it's got a laundry chute. And we're like,
Do
wow.
the
I
kids
would
not
totally-
jump down it? Because I think I would have as a kid.
I
I'd have
would
gone down
probably
the
try,
yeah.
I'm sure lots of
Yeah.
kids try.
It reminds me of was he called Holmes, that serial killer who had that house, that hotel built with all chutes that he used to throw the dead bodies down into. I've forgotten his
I don't know
name
if that
now.
was Holmes or if that was somebody else.
Yeah, my
I
kids
can't remember.
loved
It's
when
like
we would
Murder
go
Hotel,
to
wasn't
the
it?
beach and stay at the
Mhm.
condo and they have the trash chute. They love that. They think that's the best thing ever. You hear it go dum 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 dum.
Oh yeah, I have one of those here, but I hate it. Hate it because it's smaller than
Yeah.
the what you would call the trash bag that you
Right,
fit.
right.
You know, so you have to get something to kind of shove it down.
There's a Friends episode about that. They made Rachel cry. DK said she had to go. Sorry.
Oh,
y'all.
was she? Ah.
Bummer.
And then there were 4. Yeah, is this like an Agatha Christie, one by one? Who's going to be killed?
We
Oh,
should
there's
next?
lots
do
of,
that.
there's lots of stories in the chat. Here.
We should do that in the Who Done It.
Highlight.
Oh,
Oh,
that sucks.
Fell down the stairs.
Ooh.
Bummer.
I remember when I was in college for a short while, I went to a college upstate. Upstate. That just sounds so wrong about Louisiana, but upstate of Louisiana. And we lived on a 3rd floor dorm and we had friends from they were from okay, Neil, somewhere in South Africa where they're Indian people, but they have British accents.
In South Africa.
Not Indian, not feather Indian. And you could say that.
Oh, are you think Uganda?
They were Indian. I just remember
Zimbabwe? Well, Indians are all over Africa.
Somewhere in South Africa, and they were
Victoria, Cape Town.
Anyway, wherever they were from, they were in college there. And she used to crack me up because we lived on the 3rd floor. And every time she would walk upstairs with us, she was like, "Why do you have to live on the 3rd floor?" Because she didn't like walking up the 3 flights of stairs to come see us.
Oh, tell her to live here when the lift isn't working. Holy cow.
Yeah. Ceci says that her niece jumped down the laundry chute and she got stuck.
Oh, I bet she's traumatized for life. And her children will be with the generational trauma, and her children will be.
I can't do the laundry, Mom. It reminds me of that time I got stuck in the laundry chute.
Well, that's your own fault. Yeah. Shauna says that her grandma had a laundry chute, but
oh, is everyone watching Shauna's channel, by the way? She's very good.
I need to. I'm
so way
behind.
But yes, I subscribe.
Yes, I need to catch up.
Yeah, she said, I didn't see the one she mentioned last time that she's always on call. So I'm assuming that she had to run halfway through one of her shows. Is that right? Is that what happened? I didn't see it, but
I didn't see that one.
Yeah. I might do that. Pretend I've actually got something important to do.
That would be cool.
Oh, dumb waiters.
Ooh. Yeah, that'd be awesome. The closest thing we have to that here is that people who live in raised houses, because they live in flood zone areas, a lot of times they'll have an elevator.
Wow.
In their house.
Uh-oh.
It's not a fancy elevator. So.
Well, there was this one time because in the place I lived before.
Morgan!
Thought you'd been killed then.
There you go. Try again.
Am I back again?
You're back.
Okay, I'm back. So there was, we actually had to get a separate washer because otherwise we would have had to go to the laundromat all the time. And because it was a college, town, it was kind of expensive to do. So finally, and we ended up just getting a separate, washing machine that we would attach with like a hose attachment to the sink in the bathroom. And then we got this little dryer that we set up in what was the animal room at the time. And I always say that I gave myself a concussion because of the cats at the time, because we didn't allow the cats into the room because all the other like reptiles and stuff like that were in there. And so they used to try to beat me to the door and like run in before I could shut the door. And so I had a laundry basket, with me, and I was going in there, and I heard them coming because, their collars had, like little like bells on them.
Uh-huh.
And so all of a sudden, I'm opening the door, and I hear, the bells coming, and I'm quickly trying to like get in and also, get the door closed. Well, it was these old, heavy like wooden doors because the house itself was built, way back when, and I was halfway, like more than halfway in, but my head was still like leaning forward a bit, and so I was quickly trying to shut the door, and I smacked my head with the door. And at first I felt all right, and I was kind of like, okay, kind of smarted a little bit, and then like a couple hours later I was like, okay, like time to go to the emergency room.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
And so
Did you imagine explain that one? What happened? I
did.
Shut the door on myself.
I said, well, I was trying to, I'm like, well, they're like, so how did you slam your head into the door? And I said, it was because of the cats. And they just kind of looked at me like, what do you
They're
mean?
like secretly checking you for other bruises. They're like, do we need to call social services? Is she okay?
Yeah, like what?
Like, look, it seemed like a good idea at the time.
This feels like a made-up story.
I'm like, I have a mini zoo. I was trying to keep the cats away from the zoo. I swear, good times. But yeah, I don't miss having like the washer. Oh gosh, it was such a pain because then it was like the washer was right in the middle of the bathroom, and so it was hard. Like you'd have to be like halfway, like leaning over the sink to even like do anything because the washer was right there.
Oh.
And it was just like, oh gosh.
Yeah,
but now it's nice. It's just a stacked washer dryer thing. So
yeah, when I was a wee small ass, by wee small ass I mean like probably senior in high school. And when we were out at the farm, it was before we had, one second.
Oh.
Sorry, Michelle pops in. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
I must have missed that.
You missed that one.
Okay, so I have to go back and watch that.
Yes.
Oh, come on again, Michelle. You don't have to do the knitted challenge every time. By the way.
Ever again.
No. Just
You've
the
done
first
it now.
time. You're good.
You don't
You're
have
good.
to do it again.
Just the one time.
But anyways, finished my lame story about the way that the water was set up. We didn't have rural water yet, so we only had like well water, which didn't really want, and then it was well to a cistern, and the cistern was broken, and then we didn't really want that in with the rest of the water except for like toilets and stuff. And we didn't want that in the washing machine because that would get all gunked up, and they were like newish. Anyways, so we decided to go wringer washer route, which that was fun. And by fun, I mean a whole day affair. And like, it was kind of, exciting because you're always afraid of getting your hands sucked into that thing. But the clothes really were cleaner. So it was happy to go.
Hey, y'all, I gotta get going. I gotta make dinner. I'm starving.
I know. I haven't eaten
Well,
either.
we are past the 2 hour and 15-minute mark. I mean, DK bailed.
I'm in the future now. I'm
Morgan's
with
about
Joe
to
in the
go.
future.
Yeah, you're in the future.
It's now Wednesday.
So that means it's almost fake turkey day for you.
Yeah. I might have turkey just to.
I think everybody should leave comments of their favorite Thanksgiving recipes for Neil to have to try some.
Yes.
Oh, it's going to be weird shit like
accessible.
grits, though, isn't it? It's going to be.
No, you don't eat grits on
No.
Thanksgiving.
But also the Knit Night Gals, which Morgan and I were on yesterday, they're doing a giveaway. So watch that.
Oh.
Comment on their
Oh,
video.
yes.
Oh, wait, I'm lying. You could.
Can we enter that?
I think so.
I'm lying, Neil. You could eat shrimp and grits, I guess. Some people could eat
Shrimp
that.
and grits
Yeah.
with Hershey's
to
chocolate
have
grated on the
grits.
top, just for
No.
good measure.
No.
Oh, I have a question for Neil. Hold on real quick.
Oh,
Do you
go
know
on.
what a turducken is?
Turducken.
I had a turducken
Turducken.
once.
Can
I
you-
thought it would be like too much, but actually it was excellent.
Could you spell it for me?
T-U-R. Tur.
T-U-R.
Then duck.
Turducking.
And then E-N. Turducken.
Turducken.
It is a duck inside a chicken, or a chicken. Wait, which way to go? A chicken inside a duck inside a turkey.
Ah, yes, I've heard of this. Yeah. Do we call it that? Or do we just call it something like a chimera or something? I don't know. Yeah, I've heard about that.
What?
And the
Wait,
one I
what?
had was also stuffed with sausage in the
Yeah,
innermost.
yeah. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah, I think the really posh people then shove it all inside a swan, but then you're not allowed to eat swans. So
What's it called, though, Neil?
I don't know. I've heard. I don't think it is called a chimera. I think that's just where they've, they used to do it
Chimera?
in. Yeah, they used to do it in sort of Tudor times where they would have a certain animal's head
Mhm.
and attach it to a different animal's body, and
okay.
serve it like that. And I think it might be called that just as a.
Just a yeah.
So they
Just
were
because it's a similar
Cajuns
thing.
before there were Cajuns.
Clearly, we invented it. Clearly.
That's a very Cajun thing.
Have you seen what Michelle's put? Of course,
What?
Neil had to have a special fancy name for it.
Making up vowels and crap.
Exactly.
Yeah, you
Just
do
tell
realize
them
I just
like,
make
no,
it
but-
all up, don't you? It's just off the top of my head, all these weird words.
Anyways, we should head out. Morgan's got to go.
I've
Morgan,
got to sleep.
Neil's got to sleep. Amy's got Amy things.
I need to eat, but not turducken.
I need to eat. I'm hungry. But anyways, Puritanical Knitting Fun Run is done at the end of the month. Again, the rules are that it has to be at least 3/4 black. See, Amy's rocking it.
See, I did one whole one while we were doing this.
Yay!
Don't forget to design your mittens.
Yes,
End of the month.
do that.
Multiple entries are allowed if you so feel. so choose.
And if you would like to be involved in Who Done Knit as a podcaster or a maker or a yarn dyer or anything like that, you better hurry up and email me because I'm closing that gap. So
I've put my name down, but I don't know what for, so I don't. You'll just have to tell me what
you're the magazine stuff and you're a clue giver. But like if anybody dyes yarn or makes bags or whatever, I had a couple more people say they wanted to do that. So
nice. Morgan, what do you have going on?
I'm hoping that I'm going to get a podcast recorded this weekend, or maybe tomorrow. Well, the only thing is that I say tomorrow night, but then by the time I get home, the lighting probably wouldn't be great. So I'm probably just going to wait till the weekend and record something. Probably. Oh, you know what? Actually,
Black Friday.
I'm forgetting that this week is. Well, I was thinking about that, but I don't think I would have enough. I don't know if I'd be alone during it, and I always like it's always one of those things. I'm like, if I'm gonna record, I want to be alone.
Yeah.
I don't want other people in the house.
Yeah.
So probably Saturday might be a good.
It's weird that, isn't it? You don't care how many people are watching as long as they're not in the room with you.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Well,
what is that about?
Well,
This is for the whole internet, just not you guys.
Yeah.
Well, and it's weird because like I've been on the live, when other people have been here, and nobody says
when you're by
anything,
yourself,
hearing it, but
talking to
to
camera,
myself,
that's
right?
weird.
Right. It's like I need to be alone for that. I can't, Yeah. So hopefully this weekend.
Nice.
Yay.
And Tuesday is Giving Tuesday. If you want to give to Let Them Live, it's Giving Tuesday.
Yep. Yeah, Giving Tuesday magazine. Let Them Live. Morgan. Got it all good. All right. I'm going to hit the end stream button. So goodbye, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Be thankful. Pass that candle. All right. Bye.